Hello, sir.
Good evening. Good evening.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir. Good evening. Sir.
ಏನು ಮನೆಗೆ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ರೇನ್ರಿ ಈಗ?
ಸರ್ ಮನೆಗೆ ಬಂದೆ ಸರ್. ಮತ್ತಲ್ಲಿ 6 ಗಂಟೆ ನಂತರ ಮತ್ತೆ 7:30 ಮಟ್ಟ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಇದಾಕಿತ್ತು. ಅದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಕೇಮ್ ಅರ್ಲಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ 5 ಗಂಟೆ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಬಂದ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ರೆಡಿ ಆದ್ವಿ.
ಗುಡ್. ಮತ್ತೆ ಹೆಂಗ್ ನಡೆದವ ಸರ್?
ಎಸ್ ಸರ್, ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಆನ್. ಅಡ್ಮಿಷನ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಯ್ತು ಈಗ. ಹಾ ಸರ್, ಈಗ ಇವ್ರದ್ದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಮುಗೀತು ಮೊನ್ನೆ ಸಂಡೇ ಮುಗಿದು. ಇವತ್ತು ಅರಿಯರ್ಸ್ ಪೇಪರ್ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಇವತ್ತಿತ್ತು ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಇವತ್ತು ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ಸ್. ದೆನ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ವಿತ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇಯರ್ ಅಡ್ಮಿಷನ್ಸ್. PGCET ಮೇಲೆ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಐತಿ ಈಗ. ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕೋಟಾ ಅಡ್ಮಿಷನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್. PGCET ಬರ್ಬೇಕು ಸರ್ ಈಗ. ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕೋಟಾದ್ದು ಆಗಿದೆ ಸರ್. ಸರ್ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ 60ರಲ್ಲಿ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಫಿಲ್ಡ್ 37 ಫಿಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ ಈಗ.
ಅಚ್ಚಾ, ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್. But what is the CET share and management share here?
60, 50-50 sir. 60 seats from PGCET and 60 from management.
Okay. So you have 120 intake and 60, 50%.
Yes.
Good.
Yes, 50% in both. Yes.
Good.
Sir.
And your students also have 2 months internship, sir?
ಸರ್ ಈಗ ಈ ಸರಿ ಹೊಸ ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್ ಫ್ರೇಮ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ 4 months ಒನ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಚ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ 4 ಸೆಮಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ಲಿ 4 months ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ಶಿಪ್ ಅದು. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಸಮ್ಮರ್ ಇನ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ಅಂಡ್ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್. ಅದರದ್ದು 4 months ಆಯ್ತು. ಅರ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ 2 months ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಚ್ ಇತ್ತದು. ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಅದನ್ನ. ಈಗ ಒಂದೇ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಚ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ದೇರ್ 3rd semester ದೇ ನೀಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಟು ಕಮ್ ಟು ದ ಕಾಲೇಜ್. ದೇ ಆರ್ ಔಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಕಾಲೇಜ್, ಔಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅವ್ರ 4 months ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಸರ್ 90 credits 3rd semester ಗೆ ಮುಗಿದೋಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. Only 10 credits are there for project.
Okay. So totally 2 years, 100 credits you have made.
100 credits, yes sir. 30 each semester 30. Like that 3 semester 90 ಆಗ್ತು. Project is 10 credit.
30 credits per semester is too high, ಅಲ್ಲ ಸರ್?
Per semester. ಹೌದು. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾನೆ ಸರ್ ಅವನು, 3 hours ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಇತ್ತಾರೆ 3 credit, 4 hours ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ 4 credit. ಲೈಕ್ ದಟ್ ಎವ್ರಿ ಸೆಮಿಸ್ಟರ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ 8 ಮಿನಿಮಮ್ 8 ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇರ್ತಾವ. 8 4 32 ಆಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾವ. 4 ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಇದ್ದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ 3-4 ಕಾಂಬಿನೇಷನ್ ಅದಾವ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ಸ್.
But AICT mandates at 20 credits per semester actually for UG programs.
ಅವು ನಮ್ಮ 4 ಸೆಮಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಮುಗಿಬೇಕಲ್ಲ 100 ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ಸ್.
100 ಹೆಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನೀವು?
That's why
ಐ
they
ಥಿಂಕ್
have made it.
internationally, I was told in foreign universities, engineering is 120 credits for 4 years.
Okay, okay, okay.
Global
ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ
practice.
ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹಾ ಸರ್.
You are trying to see
ನಮ್ಗೆ ಏನ್
give
ಮಾಡಿದಾನೆ,
extra.
ಇಲ್ಲ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಚೂಸ್ ಡ್ಯುಯಲ್ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಬೇರೆ ಇದೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ, ಮೇಜರ್ ಮೈನರ್.
So you are giving
ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು
MBA major and minor both you are giving?
ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಹಂಗೇನು ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಅವಾರ್ಡ್ ವಿಲ್ ನಾಟ್ ಬಿ ಲೈಕ್ ದಟ್. ಓನ್ಲಿ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಈಸ್ MBA ಅಂತಾನೆ ಇರತೈತೆ ಅದು. ಬಟ್ ಬೈ ಸೀಯಿಂಗ್ ದೇರ್ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸೇ ದಟ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ HR, ಫಿನಾನ್ಸ್, ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟಿಂಗ್ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು.
But now in engineering they are giving like as per NEP 2020, the degrees are offered BTech in electrical engineering with major in electrical engineering and minor in computer science engineering like that. That concept, even Shivaji University has incorporated that NEP 2020 since last year.
Correct.
Good. So even my guide Nagesha sir called me just now.
Sir.
I am actually feeling guilty. Everybody is struggling to make PPT. In spite of all hectic activities people have, this is additional responsibility we are given to people. Now, last 15 days I am making PPT only. It is really, I feel and this topic is something new also, sir. These topics are not readily available in market. What we are given, so you have to work on that and break your head and read some documents. And of course, you read AI, but still, everybody is struggling.
ಇಲ್ಲ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಜುಗಾಡ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ ಐತಲ್ಲ, ಅದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲಾನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಎಲ್ಲಾನು ತಂದು ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಹಾಕಿದೆ. Even you have a surprise at the end of my presentation ಅಂತ.
Okay, good. That is required. Yesterday, madam, she used that poll. I saw. People should not sleep. So I'll have poll also. I think. So how many of you, even you can, I don't know. We have not used that poll, but there is a poll option also.
poll option ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಸರ್.
Polls. 7 hours.
In between, even we have ಏನು ಹಂಪ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲೂ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದೇವೆ. We have interactions. Interaction we have.
You have interaction, but sometimes I see people inadvertently they put on their mics and it causes like a disturbance during the session. That is not good actually.
Chat is better, sir. Chat is better. That is the best option.
Chat is better. It is not easy to come out in chat actually. But good. We have got almost 285 registrations, sir. From my college, I did not encourage my people, only HOD deans I allowed them. Faculty I did not allow because not everybody understands this topic. And so only 10-15 registrations from my college per se. But the rest
the outsiders get benefit out of it, sir. That is
people pan India they are registered more than 60 doctorates. So they have thought I think they'll add value, and this certificate, ATAL FDP certificate has got a lot of weightage actually for cash and all. So those people have joined. And this topic also, I think many found it very interesting. And we have got people from all backgrounds: civil, electrical, CS, mechanical, structure, environment, agri equipment. You name that, those people are there. Even I was not knowing that so many branches are available, the programs are available. Good. So, and they are enthusiastically participating till 9 o'clock. I have seen last. This is the 4th day.
Yes, they are.
I think you are also
last
there.
4 days.
You are also there. I have seen. You participated, you are not registered, but
no.
No, you can register, sir. Actually, I was a speaker for ATAL FDP at Haveri, Government Engineering College, Haveri, and at Malnad Hassan and all. But I was, I think, participant also. So I got 2 certificates. One is participant, one is a resource person also.
Yes.
So good. That is good.
No, I joined to see how the relay is happening, because I have to starch bearers. Okay, I have to carry today.
Now we have this Zoom platform, sir. We have taken this 1 month subscription. So
Yes, sir.
this Zoom platform is there
Yes.
for online classes. Otherwise, my college is fully 100% offline only. We have got
Okay.
face-to-face classes going on.
Yes.
So
Yes.
this we have seen, and I think people something new, and especially now all colleges, engineering colleges, only computer science is shining. So, and in that computer science only beautiful ladies are there. So now
Yes,
it
sir.
is very difficult for them. Where after 6 o'clock you have to stay alive awake till 9 o'clock. And we
Yeah.
can't hold them in office. Well, you go home. I'll sit in office. So
Yeah.
I'm I'm happy. My house is close by, so I can come walk in, walk out anytime. That
Yes.
facility is there. Good, good. And this NBA accreditation, you can definitely tell this 2025 new document. I think both Tier 1 and Tier 2, both this document they are
Yes.
released.
Yes. Yes.
And
Sure.
now AICT also has mandated, sir.
Yes, sir.
AICT has mandated that
Mandatory.
60% of your eligible program should be NBA accredited. But
Yes. Yes.
past 3, 4 years it is going on, and people are struggling still. That culture has to create. Yeah, good, good, good.
Good evening, sir. The participant will join in 5-10 minutes. Actually, the timing is
Yes,
6.
ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you for joining, sir.
There is no feature in WhatsApp, I think, where you can shout and tell them join fast.
Yeah, I just dropped the message.
There is not message shouting, madam. There is a difference between message and shouting. The-
Like in
the-
classroom.
like in classroom, when you shout, then students keep quiet. अरे साला चिल्ला रहे थे बाबा करके. No, see, these are all innovations that should come up in due course of
Yes,
time.
yes.
And so, how is the weather, sir, at Hubli?
Sir, it is alternatively drizzling and sunny.
Okay,
A
okay.
lot of variations happens. Yeah.
Very strange, na? Now we are almost in October and still it's raining.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is raining still.
I think this
That too
climate.
unpredictable rain. In the morning, you can see the sunny. Then by 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock, you can receive the rain also.
Rain
Either in
also.
the
Very.
drizzling or
I think these are all impacts of climate change.
climate change. Yeah, exactly.
Uh, so people, in the name of development, man has uh, created so many things that he has spoiled the environment. And that I was also not knowing, sir, that 1.5 degrees. I was just worried. क्या होता है 1.5? But there 2, 3 means खलास. I was not knowing this. अरे ये खलास होने का भी chance है क्या करके?
Even any fraction, sir, any fraction 1.5 to 1.6, 1.7 matters a lot.
Matters a lot. क्या.
Yeah.
That even people are, even I was not aware that
Even
is so.
1 centimeter rise in the sea level
हाँ,
will almost what is that, vanish the some of the islands. You
islands,
cannot
that.
see those islands for that.
Correct, good, good. No, no, no. That is true. Huh? And we being a faculty in higher education institutions, I think we need to educate our students and tell them the gravity of the situation. And see, we are expecting, Arey, Baba, NBA is asking us this, NAC is asking this, NRF is asking us this. Arey, Baba, why they are there? Because बाप के लिए थोड़ा ना पूछ रहा है. Protecting the planet is a collective responsibility. And we holding such responsibilities, we
Yes,
should
exactly.
educate people in a proper way. And government is doing so many things, like they have introduced environment science for all the programs. In undergraduate programs, environmental science is a mandatory subject with a lot of projects
Yeah,
and
it
all.
is there.
But it has to be taught with that seriousness, and people should take interest. Like Bhutan, sir, you see, they don't speak of GDP and happiness
Hmm.
index. And I think
Yeah.
62% of that land cover is green. India, I think hardly 30,
Yeah.
35% is green. Here it is a double.
Yes.
I think that awareness has to grow. And when somebody asks you
Yes.
to do, we'll plant one tree and put photograph in social media and class. What happened next? So now everybody is looking, what is the outcome, what is the impact? They are asking for all these impacts now.
Right.
Very challenging it is. This VTO started a constituent college in Gokak, sir.
ಹೌದು ಸರ್. ಅದು ರೀಸೆಂಟ್ಲಿ
Huh.
ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಮಿನಿಟ್ ಡಿಸಿಷನ್ ವಾಸ್ ಮೇಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಇದು ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಅದು. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ದೇ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟೆಡ್ ಇನ್ ಒನ್ ಯಾವುದು ಮುನ್ಸಿಪಾಲಿಟಿ ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿಂಗೇನೋ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾರೆ ಸರ್. ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋ ಇನ್ಫ್ರಾಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ. That too only three circuit branch: AIML, CS, EC, CS. Only circuit.
60 intake they have started.
60 intake.
So, but government, because it's backed by government, so they'll get that building fast.
No, they have the same thing in VTU campus, sir. UG program is there. Nearest lot many are there. Even Nargun they have opened, Talkal they have opened. Now Gokak is coming up. Even the other day I read almost 10,000 seats are vacant still. In the third round is closed on 13th of this month. Still 10,000 seats are vacant through the PG seat that. Yes.
But here our admissions are over. Maharashtra admissions are over.
Yes, sir.
So I think good admissions. That is not an issue because here Maharashtra
Now in
government has
Karnataka they started the colleges on 15th. 15th they started.
15th September.
Sir. Yeah, same here also, same.
No, we started on 8th. We started 1 week earlier. So our admissions first year and second year admissions are over.
Okay, sir. Okay.
So now we are into academics. Totally.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Good. I think that is the term. 65 participants are there. People will keep joining like this. Another 5 minutes and all.
Yes, sir.
And this NAC also has not come out with the binary accreditation document so far, no, sir?
Sir, still it is pending document. Earlier they have made a pack. They come up with a pack. It was packed.
They have come out with pack, huh?
No. Earlier they announced. No, sir. Then they have closed that. Now they said immediately they will announce the binary. Even last year we thought of going for the binary. At the end we took a decision.
That is every 2 years you have to get into that. Now this is for 5 years. Now whatever accreditation you got for 5 years. So you are now comfortable for 5 years.
5 years.
Now you can think of NB accreditation.
Yes, sir. We are.
Even Nippon, they started MBA program.
सर का वीडियो पॉज हो गया शायद. Yes, it has stuck.
Yes. Dr. Shivani, who is going to introduce the speaker?
So shall I start to introduce?
Yeah, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Good evening, everyone. On the behalf of Dr. D.Y. Patil Pratishthan's College of Engineering, I, Mrs. Kiran Ingavale, warmly welcome you all. It's my pleasure to introduce our today's guest speaker, Dr. Veeranna D.K. He is a professor and director at the Institute of Excellence in Management Science, Hubli, with 25 years of teaching and 11 years of research experience. He holds dual master degrees, MTech in Production Management and MBA, and two PhDs, one in Total Quality Management at Anna University, Chennai, and another in Nano Composites at VTU, Belgavi, an accomplished academic and administrator. He has authored AICT textbooks, contributed to NEP 2020 translation projects, published over 40 research papers, filed a patent, and guided several research scholars. He has also held leadership roles, including head of a department, dean academics, vice principal, and honorary secretary of IEI Belgavi Center, recognized with awards such as the Excellence Award in 2021 and Dr. S. Radhakrishna Award. He is an active member of multiple professional bodies and a reviewer for international journal. Now I request to sir, please take over the mic and start the session. Thank you.
Madam, sir?
Yes, sir. You please share your PPT,
Yeah, there
sir.
is an unstable. Okay, shall I share?
Otherwise, you can email that PPT to me. I can share from here, not issue.
No. It was
Yeah,
showing unstable. This one.
yeah, screen sharing is on.
Just a minute.
People, when they get drunk, they become unstable, something like that.
Yeah, good evening, everybody. Can you see
Yeah,
the
yes, sir. Your
slides?
slide is visible, audible also, but you can
Audible,
make it full screen.
audible also.
No, you click the
Yeah,
F5
now
function button.
now it is made full screen. No, it is in full
It is
screen mode
taking
only.
time from
To me.
Hubli to come to Kolhapur.
Now it is full screen only. See? Yeah, I think you can see the full
Not yet. Anybody else
screen
is
now.
able to see full screen?
No, it's not.
No,
Can
sir.
you see?
Yes.
No, sir, it's not full screen.
It is taking time to travel, you know.
No, sir. I can see the full screen. It is made full screen. Even I am sliding. I am moving the second slide, third slide.
No.
Can you see?
It is frozen.
Frozen.
That first screen only is frozen.
Okay, just a minute. I will share it again. Once again, I will do it. How about now?
Screen is visible.
No, still screen is not visible. No, please check.
Sir, only the presentation first page is there about your
First page is there, na, ma'am? Now second sheet.
but it's not full screen, sir.
It is not full screen.
It's not
No,
full
sir.
screen and it's not even moving also, sir.
F5.
No, F5 I have made, ma'am. F5 I did.
Sir, you can also click the button on the slideshow. You can see on the
No,
top
I
there
did
is
it,
a
ma'am.
save button, and after that,
Madam,
it's
you,
not
sir,
visible
please
on
send
full
to principal, sir. He will share.
No. I have done that. I am seeing the full screen. The only thing is just a minute. I will share it to the to whom I have to share. Madam, I can share or
Mane.Suresh. Mane.Suresh@gmail.com.
No. I will share it to the WhatsApp. Shall I?
Share it. No issues.
Okay, sir.
Here PPT has come, sir.
Now, sir,
Here
is it
PPT has
visible
come.
now? Now, is it visible now on the screen?
Your Zoom? No. Your full screen is not there. I'll share, sir. I'll share. You can take it back. I'll share it now.
Okay, sir.
Entire screen. You please see whether it is visible now.
Yes, sir. Visible full screen, sir.
Now?
Just a minute, sir. It is taking time.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
It's visible and full screen.
No,
Yes,
see,
sir, it's visible and full screen.
Thank you, boss. Thank you. Sorry for the delay. This internet, everything is not very dependable. Yes, sir.
Sir, it is taking a half screen only. For me, it is showing half screen.
Arey Bap. So you cannot fly to Kolhapur now.
No, I will do it, sir. No, I will do it. In fact, can you
No,
try
you can.
again?
Oh, you are not given numbers to the slide, eh?
No, not necessary, sir. I have that. Shall I
Sir, you
join
can
once again?
log in from mobile also if you have say, any issue in the internet from the desktop.
Yes, sir. Correct. Good suggestion. You can join through mobile. Even I have backup mobile also is there.
Sir, you can join mobile and principal sir will operate the, I mean,
I'll
the
show the
control for
slides,
the
not an
PPT.
issue. I think that is a better option.
Which one, sir? Mobile through.
You can join through mobile, eh?
Sir, I will do one thing. I will log out once and I will log in again.
Yes,
Let me
sir.
check.
No problem.
Sir, you
No
log
problem.
in through mobile, it will be good for you. I mean, it will be comfortable for you.
Very comfortable.
Kindly permit me to share once again. You give me the
Okay.
yeah
Okay, sir. Share now.
host disabled. You please give the host as host permission.
Wait, sir, wait.
Yes, right.
Now you can share, sir.
Okay, sir. Sir, please check.
Now the screen is visible.
Screen is visible, sir.
This meeting is being recorded.
Please check, sir. Is it?
The echo is generated. You're logging from two different devices. That
No,
is
no.
why echo is generated.
There's
Either
only one.
you join.
Sir, the best option is you log out from your PC, log in only from mobile. I'll move the slides from here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'll do that.
Two sign-ins are there. Two sign-ins are there, sir.
Two signings are there. One I will cancel that.
Mobile, you keep mobile open. You can watch. I think you can read through your specs. No?
Yeah, mobile is ready, sir. Mobile is. Sir, shall we start?
No, your two devices are on.
Still.
And your slide is visible here. You have to log.
Okay. Yeah, it is happened, sir. Just a minute, sir. Sir, shall we start?
One is there. Now, shall I share the PPT?
Yes, sir. Please, sir.
Okay.
So much problem.
Done.
Yeah, good evening, everybody. I'm sorry for the delay and the glitches of the network. Welcome to the online FDP on green technologies for engineering faculty. And my topic is on NBA 2025 embedding the sustainability into the program outcomes. Let us start with the preamble. Sir, next. Let us start with the preamble. We all know what is sustainability, and I need not to explain it much, but for the sake of understanding how exactly the term is derived, and most of us, we know every day we use this word terminology, or we come across such kind of the words. It is a Latin word. Most of the Englishes, you can see their origination is the either the Latin or the French. This is a sustainer is a word which has come from the Latin, and the meaning is hold up or hold upright or furnish or means of support, bear, undergo or endure or resilience, what we call is the ability to continue over a long period of time. It has to sustain, it has to be there for longer time. As a English, if you check it in the noun, the ability to become maintained at a certain rate, that is what usually they call it. In the most of the time we search in the Google with the Wikipedia, it has given a longer or a bigger size definition. The ability of a system or the process or a society to continue to exist. This is what is most important. Continue to exist and function at the same time. Not only to exist, it has to function over a long period, especially for balancing the environmental, economical and social dimensions. Yeah, these three words are more important when we talk about the sustainability. To meet the present needs at the same time, not only to meet the present needs, next he continues, without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. Henceforth, the next generation should not suffer because of our utility or exhaustive use of these resources. Sir, next. See, these three pillars, the sustainability is dependent on these three pillars of the uh, what is that sustainability. If you see the graph here, the sustainability is dependent on the three pillars: the social, environmental, and economical. If you see the broader segment, the environment is at a large, society is the next component, and economy is the outcome of these two things. If you see the Venn diagram here, there are two components. If you match the environment and the social, it should be bearable, it should be tolerable, it should be sustainable. Then if you compare the environment and the economic side, it should be viable. The economically, if it is viable, then okay. But at the same time, the stress with the social and economical, it should be equitable also. And moreover, when you see all these three components, there should be a overlapping. When all these three mix with a proper percentage, you can see or you can achieve the sustainability. That is more important what we are talking today. Sir, next. If you see the history of sustainability, it is not derived now, but this has become a buzzword after 1950 or 1970, what you call. If you see the history of the sustainability, it is coming from the ancient age practices and early civilizations. They practiced this sustainability. In the 18th century, the forestry, the retention of forestry and not harming this environment, that is all there in the 18th century. They used to uh, they feel that it is a sacred things, the nature and the environment. They feel they used to make a puja for that. The 20th century environmental movements that brought a public awareness. After 20th century, the people are thinking when the population is growing and the cities are developed and the pollution becomes an alarm word. That time, the people are thinking about, especially around 75 years back in 1970, the environment emergence of environmentalism. Okay, that is what a new word is coined during that term. That has made a big changes and it has made us to think in a different way. In 1987, the Brundtland Commission has defined a term called sustainable development. Till that, we know that there should be a minimum resource utility and we have to keep it for the longer days and the next generation. But they coined a term called sustainable development, and the United Nations has coined a word called sustainable development goals in the year 2015. But in the year 2000, they coined the Millennium Development Goals. They call it as a MDG. Then after 2014, they coined a word called sustainable development, and it is coined for the year 2015 to 2030. Let us see the next slide. Sir, next slide. The 1962, if you see the journey of 1960 or 1970, whatever I told, the Rachel Carson has given a word called silent spring. It is brought the attention of the dangers of industrial chemicals. When the industry revolution has started, it is the release of the pollutants to the river or to the atmosphere that was creating a havoc. That time they created a word called silent spring in 1962. Then you can search with these keywords in the Google also, you'll find lot many information. Next, in 1970, the first Earth Day, what we every year we celebrate by switching off all the electronic equipments at our home. It is started in the year 1970. The day was observed, marking a major step in public environmental awareness, so that the people will come to know that, yeah, there is a harm happening to the environment. We are the reason for that. Then they started creating awareness among the people. In 1972, the UN, the United Nations, has given a blueprint for survival with in the first conference on human environment. And article was published with the name Blueprint for Survival, were published discussing about the sustainability of the communities. That is the first the open discussions were happened in the 1972. Then in India as well as in abroad, there were so many parallelly concurrent motions were taken place. If you remember, in our India in 1973, the Chipko movement, if you remember, Sundarlal Bahugun, who is the main key person in this Chipko movement. In Kannada, they called as Apiko movement. Okay, they are embracing they are going to they are, they are stopping the cutting of the trees in the environment. Okay, that was taken a big news, and it is happened in the North India, that is the Uttarakhand. And in 87, the Brundtland Commission definition has given by the with a new word, the sustainable development. Then in 2015, as I told, the first sustainable development goal is derived, and now we can see there were 17 sustainable goals were attained. Sir, next line. For you people to, if you remember the Chipko movement, what comes to your mind? You can put it in your chat. If you listen or hear this word, what comes to your mind? You can chat in the chat box. If you remember anything, hugging the tree, good. Then, yeah, save trees, very good. Yeah, very good, very good. Protection of trees, super. Yeah, like this, the lot of the things were happened, and the awareness was created among the youth, among the public, among the communities. After this moment, the people were really started thinking about the environment and the safe environment. Sir, next. See, then what is the need for the sustainability? Okay, there is lot many things are happening in and around. Every day we are witnessing the climatic change, then the scarcity of the resources and over exploitation of the natural resources. These are all, we are all aware, but only thing is we need to understand the variations what we are making in a simple fractions is leading to lot of bigger or the nuisances or the causes at the end. Okay, unless until we preserve it, or from our own end or from our community, if you are not able to do any activities to preserve or protect, then it will leading to the lot many havocs in the later years. We all know this, the climatic change is happening and the scarcity of the resources. If you see the food products or the water, okay, we are reached the red mark or orange yellow mark, something like that. You can see everywhere the borewell digging, it is reaching almost 2000 feet or 1800 feet. Or earlier we used to see the water at the surface level, but it is not possible to see nowadays, especially in the urban the cities. Okay, sir, next one. There were 17 sustainable development goals. If you able to read this, the first one is no poverty, zero hunger, good health and well-being, quality education, gender equality, clean water and sanitation, affordable and clean energy, decent work and economic growth, industry, innovation and infrastructure, reduced inequalities, sustainable cities and communities, then responsible consumption and protection, climate actions, life above the water and below the water, land and water, you can say, peace, justice and strong institutions building, the partnerships with countries, that is what the goal with mutual understanding. Okay, these are all the 17 goals. I think many of you have come across these things. We will elaboratively study and what is our role as engineers, that you can see it later. Then by seeing the term, the sustainability, nowadays we have coined one more term along with that, sustainable development. The terms sustainability and sustainability development are closely related. In fact, they are often used to mean the same thing, but both the terms are having a different meaning. Very specifically they are used. Both the terms are linked with the three dimensions of sustainability. That is what I told, economy, environment, those things. Then along with that, one distinction is that sustainability is a general concept, while sustainability development can be a policy or organizing principles. It is related to the human being. The sustainability is not related to the human being, but it is related to the everything. But when you come across the sustainability development, it is the term which is very relevant and opt, and it should be what is that, stopped, or it should be done, or it should be revoked by only the human beings. That's why the sustainable development focus mainly on the human well-being. That's why we have to be very careful about sustainability and sustainability development. Most of the time we utter a word sustainable development. Sustainable development has two linked goals. It aims to the human development goals, also enable the natural resources to provide the natural resources, the ecosystem, the economies. Like this, we see the different words or the different environment which are closely connected to the sustainable development. Sir, next. Then what is there is a big challenge to measure the sustainability, because by seeing all those 17 goals, I'll come again to those, how to measure the poor index, how to measure the quality education. There are a lot of things which are very complicated in nature, and most of the time they are very contextual also. Okay, they are very dynamic, and unless until we see the indicators, it is very difficult to measure those sustainability and sustainability development factors. They because they are developed to cover the environment, society, and economy. See, out of these two, the environment and society are the two terms which are elaboratively, or they are connected to the human beings. But economy is man-made, okay, because we need money, we need resources through the society, through the environment. Okay, there is no fixed definition for sustainability indicators also. The metrics evolving through these indicators, benchmarks and audits. Only these purpose, only we can say these are indicators. Unless otherwise, you can't say we achieved 100% sustainability, we received 100% quality education. It is only the benchmarks or the rubrics, you can say, or the certifications will tell we have reached that. But unless until in the ground level, you may not say that what is the actual things. The systems like fair trades or the organic and inorganic, we are classifying, we are seeing the organic farming, these things. These are all the terms which are derived through the indicators. They also involve the indices and accounting systems such as corporate sustainability reporting. Usually they make our environment, our office is 100% sustainable or 80% we are eco-friendly, something like that. These are only through the reporting only, but these are all not the measures what we say. Actually, they happens with the sustainability. Then moving to the all this, what you seen is just a trailer or the beginning. We will move to the actual part. This is what the my subject is, NBA 2025 embedding sustainability into program outcomes. Let us move to this. Then we are all interested being a AICT affiliated institutions, either the engineering or the management or the MCA programs, we all come under the purview of the AICTE, and NBA is a monitoring or the certifying agency which is certifying us whether accredited or not accredited. There is a one more NAC, they are also certifying whether accredited or not accredited. Then ISO certification are there, UOMS certifications are there. Lot many certification agencies are there. They are saying you are reached these benchmarks, you are reached these goals, something like that. Then coming to the 2025 NBA accreditation, if you Google it, you will find lot many information, but not much about the 2025 NBA. You can see lot many information about the NBA 2015 onwards. There were so many changes are happened. In the NBA 2025, the sustainability into the accreditation program by integrating United Nations Sustainability Development Goals. Now what they did, the SDGs are derived in the year 2015, but that time they are unaware or they may not be able to incorporate them in the NBA system. But now the SDG is for a span of 2015 to 2030. They have a plan for this. Out of that, in 2025, they have incorporated lot many SDG goals into the curriculum, research, institutional policies, and they are made it as an impact oriented quality. They are not just saying that you have to incorporate, but they want to see and they want to analyze what is the impact of that particular SDG goal. Okay, that is how the 2025 NBA talks about. The revised framework emphasizes sustainability within the outcome based curriculum. Okay, now we are all with the OB. Okay, there they have a framework to measure those things, and in the teaching learning process also they have made it. And student activities, whatever the in-house activities or the outreach activities or anything, whatever is mentioned comes with the student peer learning or participative learning. They are all either way, they are one or the other way, they are connected to the STDs, requiring a greater focus on environmental and societal context. See this, all these I was talking about three pillars: environment, society, and economy. But see here, as an engineers, as a people who are coming under the NBA 2025, you have to think about the environmental and societal, not much about the economies. For professional engineering solutions, the shift moves beyond traditional compliances. See here, this is more what more is stressed in the 2025. They are not only seeing the compliances, but promoting the comprehensive approach to educate in the quality policies and prepares institutions and graduates for global challenges and societal responsibilities. They are all impact based. Otherwise, they just give the compliances. Yes, it is reached. The program is conducted. You can't say that I have conducted one program on global warming. Yes, your job is done. It is not that. After that, what is the outcome of that program? What is the impact that program has made on the students? If you say we have conducted one solar harvesting plant or project in our institution, what is the outcome of that? What is the impact of that? That is what required in the 2025 NBA. Sir, next. This is what just now I was talking about, how sustainability is integrated. You can see these things in the curriculum designs, in program outcomes, in research and projects, institutional policies, teaching learning. All these things are included in this. Sir, next. Then what is that key changes in 2025 framework? most of the things are emphasized on the SDGs. One or the other way, I will show the table also. Out of these 1,000 credit point, I have made one table also. The incorporation of United Nations SDGs is a major enhancement, making social responsibility as a key performance indicator. See, it's that social responsibility has made and is evolved in many parameters, and they were stressing what is your responsibility, what is your outcome. Those things are clearly mentioned in those outcomes, and that's what I was marked here. The impact oriented model is come in the 2025. It is not just a compliance. The focus shift from the compliance to the performance and impact measurement. The sustainability is playing a major and the central role in this. And if you talk about the POs, earlier we have seen the 12 program outcomes in any AICTE programs, but now they are reduced to the 11, and one is exclusively made for environmental sustainability. So next, the evidence based document is must, and all the program outcomes, they are aligned with the global alignment, because whatever we teach here, it is not only teaching to the particularly either the Karnataka or the Bangalore or the Kolhapur or the Bombay. We are teaching all these things with alignment to the global education scenarios, not only particular to the limited to the either to the localities. And moreover, we are talking about the socially responsible graduates. We are not what the attributes we are talking about. I will show those attributes also. Out of 7 attributes, they have mentioned what is the role, how exactly they have to learn about the social responsibilities. Graduates will be better equipped to address these complex environmental and societal issues, contributing to the sustainable development. That is what. And even once you incorporate this, definitely it will going to improve your institutional reputations. And the future ready education is through the sustainable development goals, whatever we call industry 4.0 or industry 5.0. They are all part of this sustainable developments. Next, we talk about this graduate attribute and professional competencies. If you see the mapping of this, what is how exactly this is aligned here, the NBA updated framework aligns with the graduate attributes and professional competencies, GAPC, what it is called, which emphasizes adaptability, inclusivity, sustainability, and global competencies. Along with all those, sustainability is also one of the parameter. That's why V4 he call here. This means that program outcomes must be mapped to these attributes, ensuring that graduates are equipped with the relevant skills for the modern world. Otherwise, the people will be outdated. At the same time, if you see the number of POs, that traditionally there were 12 POs have been redefined into 11 POs under GAPC 4.0. Sustainability and inclusivity are now explicitly embedded within the broader competencies, requiring institutions to realign curriculum designs and assessment methods to reflect the focus on this. Then the next component is the sustainable development goals. How exactly they are incorporated here? These things are there in the curriculum, SDG linked course outcomes, and research outcomes, the student involvement. Like that, many components are incorporated, and I will show the mapping also. And focus on the social responsibility also. Most of the time nowadays we say our students are careless, they are not at all looking at the society, or they are busy in their mobile phones, they are always busy in their social networking, something like that we say. But these SDG goals, when they are aligned in the curriculum, then they have to undergo that. Once they undergo that hands-on practices, definitely they will realize what is their responsibility. That is what made clear in the NBA 2025. At the same time, curriculum and teaching learning process are there as a OBA. Sir, next. The sustainability goals, as I mentioned here, we will move to the next. This is what the next one is, also black and white. The next, yeah, this is next important. See here, how exactly these 17 goals are divided into these categorization. The social component, environmental component, economic component, and partnership with the globally. The first 6 component of the SDGs are the first 6 what is that SDGs are related to the society or the social no poverty, zero hunger, good health and well-being, quality education, gender equality, clean water and sanitation. These are the 6 parameters which come or which talk or address the societal activities. Then coming to the economic part, again, there were 5 components: affordable and clean energy, decent work and economic growth, industry innovations, reduced inequalities, sustainable cities and communities. If you come to the environmental aspect, there were only 4 aspects are there: sustainable consumption and production, climate actions, life below water and above water. Then coming to the collaborations, there were 2 things collaborated here: the peace, justice, and strong institutions. Partnership for the goals. These are the another 2 goals which are connected to the partnership and the peace. Nowadays, the AICT has made universal human values as one of the component. That is because of this SDG only. It is not because of somebody is interested to teach that human values. It is because of to attain the goal of 16 and 17. Yes, sir. Next. Then I spoke about these things are the sustainable developments, sustainability and sustainable developments. Now they are sustainable developments are man-made or they are related to the humanity. This is how I just come to this point. Succeeding to the MDGs, this is what the Millennium Development Goals earlier at the year of 2000, they started with even as coined a word called Millennium Development Goals. Now in 2014, 13-14, they coined a word Sustainable Development Goals. They are the same thing which with the revised versions are the new universal goals adopted by 193 countries across the globe, including India. The SDGs comprises 17 goals and they have made each goal into the sub-component. There were around 169 targets are made, and the implementation span, as you see here, it is reaching from 2016 to 2030. It is another 5 years left with. Now there were several targets are achieved. You have to achieve before 2030 only. You need not to wait till 2030. And some of them already made when they are implemented in 2015. They have made it to achieve by 2020. But I think many of them were not achieved to that extent what they targeted. But now still people are talking about the achievement, further achievement or the further refinement in those SDGs. SDGs integrate economic, social, and environmental dimensions. Goals and targets interconnected as a never before nowadays. Okay, either earlier they were just they are set as a goals, but now their goals are connected. I will come to that how exactly the government institutions, the professional bodies are connected to interconnect these goals and targets. Then we'll have one small questions to you. Next, sir. How many targets are set to achieve the SDG? Please reply in the chat box. Just now I told there were certain goals. There are 17 SDGs are there, but at the same time I told there are certain targets were set. Yeah, very good. Yes, sir. Vikram, sir. Good, good, good. You remember the number 169. Very attentive. Thank you. Thanks for attention. Yeah. Yeah. Shivli, yeah. Thank you, ma'am. You are also remembered the number 169. Yeah, Lakshman Kose, yes, you also remembering the number. Thank you. Thank you so much.
No, it is not just remembering what you are doing towards that. That is more important, I feel.
Yeah, this is the target we have to remember. That's why it is not remembering. It is a target. We need to remember that. Yes, sir. Yeah, move to the next slide. We'll move to the next further. Yeah, integration of these SDGs. Okay, nowadays you might have heard a word called Niti Ayog. Niti Ayog is a body which is looking after many activities which are interrelated to the society, interrelated to the education, interrelated to the food, society, environment, economy. Lot many things are there which are coming under and which is proposing and making the policies. If you read this, Niti Ayog has mapped out SDGs and related targets and outcomes indicators on central ministries, centrally sponsored, central sector schemes, and other government initiatives. Not only the central government, Niti Ayog has given lot many activities to the states. Second point, if you see, several states have conducted similar mapping of their department and schemes and programs. Then there were nodal ministries have developed. Central level and nodal department in some states have been identified. Several states have set up SDG cells on Center for Excellence coordinating the SDG implementation. Niti Ayoga has conducted a task force participation for central ministries and states for regular review of SDG implementation. To stop here, I will tell you, nowadays we are seeing lot many hackathons, ideathons conducted by the central ministries. Railway has conducted one hackathons. They are all because of this Niti Ayoga. If you see, they have made the nodal ministries, they have to identify the problems, they have to identify the whatever the complications or suggestions or the solutions what they are facing, they are made through the general public, especially for the engineering colleges. They have made the hackathons. They have to participate and give the solutions in 24 hours and 48 hours. See, this is how these SDGs are very much interwoven in the departments, either the state or the center, to solve these problems. What our students are participating, they are not just for participating and getting the certificates, they are because of this SDG implementation. Really, we have to thank the government. They are made us through such kind of the things. That's what I told. Nowadays, the students should be made aware about, or they should be responsible about what is happening with the in and around. If you see, sir, next slide. If you see the program initiatives by the governments, what we are seeing, the Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Development, Narega programs, the rural and urban livelihood missions, Kuligagi Kalu, something like that they mention, the whatever the per day work and the minimum 8 hours work, even in the summer they create a work, Pradhan Mantri Jandan Yojana, soil health cards for the farmers, National Food Security Mission, National Health Mission, National Atmanirbharta, next that some Shakti Yojanas are there. There are some what that health cards issued to the BPL holders. Okay, then Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao is one more thing. Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, it is started from long back and cities are graded with that. National Rural Drinking Water, clean and 24-hour water services. Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana for rural and urban. Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana, you can see the lot many villages are connected and the roads are widened to the 6 lane, 8 lanes, express highways. They are all part of this SDG only. Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchay Yojana, Pradhan Mantri Ujjwala Yojana, and National Mission for the Green India. Lot many. Just I have mentioned only a few here because of the space availability. Otherwise, whatever the schemes, if you read, then you try to connect with which SDG it is connected. They are all made because of the interwoven or connecting to the these SDGs only. Sir, next. Yeah, then I mentioned about 169 indicators. You can see how many indicators are connected to each SDGs. That's what my intention here to show this. In the poverty, no poverty, around 5 indicators are mentioned. For the zero hunger, 5 indicators. We'll come to that point. What are those indicators? Good health, around 9 indicators. Quality education, there were 4 indicators. That net enrollment you have to enhance, school ratio you have to enhance, the dropout ratio, those things are there. Then, sir, next. The gender equality, there will be around 3 numbers, indicators are there. Clean water, only 2 are there. Affordable and clean energy, there were 3 indicators. Decent work and economic growth. See, the economic component has 7 indicators here. Then, sir, the next one, the 9th indicator, industry innovation has 6 indicators. Reduced inequalities has around 2 components. Sustainable cities and communities has the 3 components. Sustainable consumption and the production has 2 components. Sir, next, climate actions has 2. Then the life below water, underwater, 2. Life on land, 4. Then peace, justice, they have the 4. Like that, the 16 and 17 is accommodated here. Then we'll move to the each SDGs and what is our role as an engineers. That I will mention here. Let us go with the SDG 1, that is a no poverty. Then how can a engineer or how can a technical institution will solve this problem? You have to think on this. Then the poverty is, it's all, you can see it everywhere. Okay, you can't categorize where is the poverty, where is the low economy. Everybody are in any community, you can see this. Then there are measures we have to take to reduce these poverties. The human resource development is the first thing. You have to improve the education, improve their economic background. You have to administer those public policies, speeding the economic growth and the rural growth. Then you have to calculate that poverty elevations and the poverty lines. Then infrastructure development for them, and farming and non-farming, that is the developments. Like this, many components you can connect to this to reduce the poverty. As an engineer, so how will reduce? By developing the, you have to take one component for the rural growth. What is the role of an engineer in the rural growth? Like that, you have to connect this SDG, then only it is possible to reduce the things. We are developing so many agriculture implements. Then we are using the power tillers, we are using the automotives, we are using a lot many drones technology, we are using the drip irrigations, we are using the whatnot, IT and IoT. This IT and IoTs are used everywhere to reduce this or to solve the problems of the SDGs. Okay, sir. Next, the second component is zero hunger. It is sustainability is to reduce the zero hunger. Then what are the measures, sir? Next, we have a developed nowadays. If you see, there are so many restaurants are developing the apps, okay, to reduce the food wastage of the food. They will order to the quantity, and they mention and they created awareness in lot of the people to not to waste the food, and even if it is preserved, it can be donated to somebody else. Okay, that if the food is available, the NGOs are come up to say that the food is available in this point, and the people are required this kind of the food in some places. They are able to connect this, that donation app is developed. Because of that, nowadays the quantity of the wastage of the food is reduced. The quantity is reached to that the people who are in need in a minimum amount of time, so that it is not wasted on that particular day or time. The next third one is about the good health and well-being. Nowadays, the the age component is playing a lot many role. After post COVID, you can see lot many people are getting the heart attacks, the cardiac arrest, a lot many diseases we are seeing, and this is all is part of the, and because of our non-compliance to the SDGs. Then what we can do? The next one is, you can see the next slide. There are around 8 to 9 components were taken care here. They have targeted all these components to reduce the what is that the mortality rates of the children. Then they have reduced the diseases. Then they have reduced the drugs. They have reduced lot many things. Even the health insurance has come up. Even if you see, there were many apps are developed. They will guide you what should be your consumption quantity of particular food, or they will mention you what is the carbohydrate content, what is the protein content in that particular food, something like that. These are all developed because through the technologies. Then the fourth goal is quality education, what we are focusing, and this is our component, in fact. Sir, the next slide shows about how exactly we have to talk about the quality education. Build a inclusive school educations. It is a important parameter nowadays. We have to prioritize the students' interest. Earlier, there was a regular education. Nowadays, we have seen the electives have come. The NEP is talking about multidisciplinary, interdisciplinary. Then lot many things are come up in this education system. Then nowadays, what you people are attending and what I am delivering, this is part of the supporting the teachers training. Now you are also educated about the sustainability development goals. You understood what is our target, what is our responsibilities. The training programs are must. Then integrate the technology in education. Nowadays, earlier we used to teach the people through the chalk and talk. Then only the way out is remember, then write the exams. Now even there are many model type of the examinations you can conduct. There are many apps are developed. Usually I use the quizzes.com in my class. After each chapter I conduct one quiz program. The students are enjoying that because in the most of the classes we restrict them not to open the mobile, but this exam happens with the mobile only. That's why they are so happy to use the mobile for an examination. And improve the partner parent teacher relations and ensuring the resource availability is create the supportive classroom. Nowadays, the smart boards have come, smart classrooms have emerged. These are all helping the teachers. Need not to, earlier we used to write and we used to wipes it out. But nowadays you can save it and your lecture can be sent to your student group. You can pass it to the pages. Even in our college, we are using the smart board. Our lecture, whatever we write, you will keep it in a one repository. Then the same handwriting is shared to the students. They are also happy that it is not the created text or created PPTs. What we are writing, how we are solving, the same handwritten page is sent to the students. They are also happy to see that even if they don't attend the classes, they will see our handwritings are sent to their WhatsApp group through the PPTs. This is what the quality of education. Sir, move to the next gender equality. Achieve the gender equality and empower all women and girls. This is what the thing is. You can see the goals is you have to avoid the discriminations in all the age and in all the areas, either in the classroom or in the college or in the office or in the outside hotel, even at matter the your family house. Okay, this is how these SDGs are equalities. For this, how the technology will help. Nowadays, you might have seen the police has developed gender sensitive. Even the women who are traveling in a whatever the vehicles, they can open that app. They can say that the location they can share. It will reach the nearest police station. See, this is how the gender equality and the sensitizations are made available through the SDGs. We'll move to the next sixth criteria, the clean water and sanitation. We are all very much aware nowadays. Earlier, we used to drink water wherever we go, either in the hotel or in anybody's uh, home we visit. We used to drink the water. Nowadays, you may not be seeing such kind of the scenarios. Even people will get cold if they change the brand. If I drink Aquafina, I am restricting to the Aquafina only. I will not drink other water. This is what happened nowadays. This is all because of the problem with the clean water. We are not able to identify what is clean water, what is that contaminations are there. Okay, this is how this is also more important. There are so many apps are developed. There are so many technologies are developed to clean that water, to maintain that sanitation. Sanitation is again a biggest part. The recycling of the water, reutilization of the water, then using for the gardens. Okay, they in the huge apartment sections, you cannot provide the that much quantity of the water every day for all the utilities. It becomes very difficult. That's why the scarcity of the water is happening. Even people are dying because of the water. If you see the last line, 2 lakh people, children die because of the diarrhea. Okay, this is also leading because of the water contaminations. Yes, sir. Next. Yeah, you have a question here, sir. One slide before. One slide before. Yeah. Kindly name what is the SDG number 4 in the chart. What was the name of the SDG? I think people are listening. What was the name of the SDG 4? Somebody can answer. SDG 4 was talking about, the name of the SDG 4 was no. Sorry, Sanjeev sir. It was the fifth one, water. Fourth one, I am talking about fourth. Somebody can try.
Quality
Yeah,
education.
very good. Lakshman Kosi sir, it is really good. Swati ma'am, it is wrong again. Water, lifelong learning is wrong. Veera rival ma'am. It is a quality education. Yeah, very good, Vikram sir. Yes, sir. We'll yeah, we'll move to the next. Just it is testing whether you are listening attentively or not. That's why I am posing questions in between. Yeah, we'll move. Otherwise, I am the only person speaking all the time. If people are listening to me, the seventh criteria, the seventh SDG is clean and affordable energy. Nowadays, the renewable energy is placing a lot of good things. Even electric vehicles is part of this. The next, this slide is talking about the target energy goals. Energy accessibility, electrification challenges, policies are made there. Energy efficiency. Now we are seeing the 5-star ratings, 7-star ratings equipments. Earlier, we never bothered about what is the consumption of energy by our light, fans, or refrigerators. Now we are very cautious. We are seeing the 5-star rating, 3-star rating while purchasing that. Energy affordability, that leading to the economic growth, the promotion of the clean energy, that fossil fuels are almost we stopped burning of the cow dung or the whatever the things which are used for the cooking purpose. Sir, next eighth criteria, the slide, next slide. Eighth is talking about the decent work and economic growth. See, these are the target groups here. The decent work nowadays, you might have read in the newspaper, the people should work for 70 plus hours, 80 hours. See, they are all people are talking, and even the corporates are working for 5 hours, 5 days with 10 hours of span. And there are no incentives for the OT, something like that you have heard. But these are all included in the SDG 8. They have made the guidelines for that, how much the people should work and what should be the provision to be given to them, what should be the protection of the laborers. You can see the ESI, EPF, then insurances, group insurances, like that many, the supportive systems have developed because of this SDG 8. That's why people may not go beyond whatever they talk in the public. They were mentioning that people should work for 8 hours, including Sunday, 80 hours, something like that. But it is not possible because of the standardized rules are made across the globe. We have to follow that. Okay, that's why these are very important in when decent work is done connected to the economic growth. Move to the ninth goal. Build a resilient, sir, next one. Build resilient infrastructure, promote inclusive and sustainable industries, and the foster the innovation. This slide talks about what is the people working in the industries. People employed in micro, small, and medium enterprise is about 80 million, which is almost a 45% of the manufacturing output is coming from these industries. If you see the 1.73 metric, uh, one of the lowest per capita CO2 emissions in the world. That is what million internet subscribers, mobile and landline. If you see, these are all the carbon footprints we are creating because of the utility of the whatever the energy resources, and lot many what is that uh, things are in and around science and technology is posing with us. 16% of the world workforce employed in manufacturing. One of the manufacturing job is a job creator of this. Okay, that is what we have to build a resilient component. Nowadays, the robotics, automations are snatching our jobs. Even then, the industries are hoping on that only. Sir, next we have to go to the criteria 10. Reduce the inequalities. Sir, next goal is reduce the inequalities. You can see that 11% of the income inequality has increased because of the developments. And 87% of the scheduled tribe earn less than rupees 5,000. They have made the surveys. Through that, they have given what is the poverty line is there and how to reduce the inequalities happening in the society. and the 86% of rural population is still 82% of rural population don't receive any health expenditure support, even though they are unable to make the insurances for their health. Okay, they are paying lot money to their to cope up the health advices. The next one is sustainable cities and communities. That is what nowadays you can see the green corridors, the multiple, what is that, to reduce the utility of the space, the multi-storage buildings. Earlier, if you see, visit any villages, there is no multi-storage buildings, only the single floor buildings you can see. But nowadays, even if you visit the villages, you can see there will be 2 floor, 3 floor, something like that to accommodate the people to utilize the resources. That is the only way out. That you can see in the criteria number 11. Moving to the 12, it is talks about the sustainable consumption and production patterns. Okay, this is consumption is again not only with the food, it is consumption of any resources. Either it may be a fossil fuels, or it may be the electricity, or the natural resources, or the water, or whatever you can, energy, whatever you say, all those comes under the consumption. And how much you are producing. Okay, that also matters. How much you are consuming, how much you are producing, there should be an equal balance. Otherwise, there will going to be an imbalance. You may not be able to sustain that. Coming to the next point, 13, the climatic change. Nowadays, sir, next we are all witnessing this climatic change. Even in October, we are receiving the rains. Even in February, we feel cold. Okay, they are all because of these things. Then what is the way out for this? The only thing is, nowadays the technology in the form of the internet, we are receiving the alarmings. Okay, there will be a rain, there will be a red alert, orange alert, yellow alert, something like that. Because of this, we are receiving. But at the same time, the other day I was listening to the other resource person speech. Even if you reach the 2 degrees centigrade enhancement in the climatic change, it will leading to the lot of problem with the nature. Even reaching 3 is almost a collapse of the life on the earth. This is how we understood. We have to reduce that carbon footprints on our earth. This is what the Internet of Things will. Sir, moving to the next SDG 14, talks about the sir, next slide, conserve the sustainability use of the oceans. Underwater, it talks about there will be 35% of population live along in the coastal lines. They are all dependent. If you kill that, if you uh, create a problem with the underwater, then it will becomes a difficult, or it will create a low economy. You can see the second ones. The second largest producer of the fish is India. Then automatically that economy will going to down because of this. India is ranked as the 12 among the top 20 countries responsible for marine pollutions. A lot, even you have seen our prime minister went to the beach to collect that. Right. This is how our marines are polluted, our rivers are polluted, our water sources are polluted. Our responsibility is to save that. Then coming to the SDG 15, next, sir, it is talking about the life on the earth. It is above the water. Okay, these are again, we all experiencing this. We are all polluting. We are using the plastics. We are using lot many unwanted things on the earth. Coming to the 16, it is peacefulness. Okay, sir, 16th only. 16th, peace, and the 17th is collaboration. These are the 17 goals you can see. Then what is, sir, next slide will move to the, then what is our role as a engineers, as a higher education institutions? A lot of things, sir. See, all this environmental sustainability is applicable to the human beings, because the animals which are living in the forest or living in the nature, they never asked us, they never asked to give the space, or they never asked us not to pollute. Okay, but we people, for our what is that, utility or our greediness, we are polluted everything. That's why we have to correct it again. That's why our role is very important. As the universities or the higher education institutions, we have to come back with the policies. We have to come back with the studies or the surveys through the teaching, through the collaboration of interdisciplinary researchers, evidence-based knowledges, measuring and evaluation, and finally we have to advocate what is right, what is wrong. Then only it is possible to go with this sustainability. Sir, next slide. Sir, next slide. Yeah, this is what we were talking about. What is the NBA 2025 is talking about? The inclusiveness embedded. See, if you, I have made all those criterias here. The first criteria was vision, mission, and POs. In the earlier 2015, focused on the institutional goals. We used to say that we want to be number one in this area, or we want to be number one in the technology, we want to be number one in the placement, we want to be number one in academic, something like that we have made. But now the SDG goals are explicitly included and aligned in the NBA 25. Your vision statement or the mission statement should have these SDGs. That is what implied, or that is what made it in the 2025 NBAs. Otherwise, earlier vision, mission will not work nowadays, henceforth. Then curriculum teaching, OBE based. Here, not much talked about the SDGs here. Then coming to the COPO attainment, there is also not much about talked about. Student performance, if you see, focused on placement and higher studies, but here they are talking about the entrepreneurship, patents, innovation. Broader evaluation scope is given. Then faculty information was count on the qualification and the experience, but nowadays the retention of the faculties, attending of the faculty development, that's how you might have seen why AICT has come up with so many what is that programs, especially this ATAL FDP. They said they have educated so many people through the online. This is also one of the SDG only, continuous development of the focus. Then facilities of the labs. Earlier, lab availability and maintenance was a very focused. Now, the green labs, digital tools, safety for both everybody. Okay, then here the lab should have the sustainability focused infrastructure. You should not use more water, you should not use more current, you should be, your building should be eco-friendly. All those things are compliant here, okay, in this facilities of the lab. Continuous improvement is earlier it was reactive, but it is benchmarked audits. And the first
Sir, your audio is muted. Sorry, I'm not able to hear your audio.
Sir.
No audio sir, आपका audio नहीं आ रहा.
Sir, am I audible?
Now audible, sir. Now audible.
Yes, sir. I have lost in between immediately.
No issues.
Exactly. Yeah, I lost that. Yes, sir. Yeah, I was talking about the how the criterias are mapped with 2015 and 2025. Here you can see that the student support systems, the leadership, governance, financial aid, they are also made compatible as a with a holistic approach. They have made it. The governance and financial inclusiveness is merged with continuous improvement, and budgeting with respect to the SDGs only they have made it. I will come to those points. Yeah, this sir, next slide will give you the exact picture what is required in the NBA 2025 from all the stakeholders. Sir, the next slide.
This there, sir.
Yes, sir. No, it is not. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yeah, exactly. Here, if you see the major shift here, the criteria is mapped with the PEOs, especially the program education outcomes or SDGs. Criteria 2 was curriculum integration with the sustainability concept. 3 was connected with the course outcomes and assessments. Evaluation of the student involvement in sustainability project. That is what here criteria 4. Criteria 5 and 9 talks about the research startups focusing on clean energy and green technology. These are the two important things they are talking about. 6 and 10 talk about the infrastructure sustainability and the green campus policies. This is how, see, it is not only the just budgeting. They talk about the campus policies also, the budget also. Sir, the next one. Sir, the next one. Next. Sir, presentation. Yeah. This is a important slide here. We were all talking about there were 100,000 credits. Out of that, around 12.5%, you can out of that 123, directly these criteria are connected to the SDGs. If you see the criteria 2.2 talks about quality of the student capstone project, what projects they are making, it should be connected to the SDG. About 25 weightage was given. Solving the complex engineering problems, incorporating sustainability goals. These are the words directly I copied from the NBA this one criteria book only. These are the criteria and component weightage 20%. Then evidence of addressing sustainable development goals. You have to show the impact, that is 10 points. Faculty support in student innovative projects, again indirectly connected to the SDG only. Faculty internship, trainings, collaboration with the industry, again in connection with the SDG only. Project laboratory, I was mentioned about green laboratories. Governing body, administrative setup, functions of various bodies. You may be having the various cells, anti-sexual harassment cells that talks about the equality, gender equalities. Then your service rules talks about the HR policies, recruitment procedures, promotion policies. They are all talking indirectly connected to this. Program specific budget allocation and utilization respective to the SDG only. E-governance, again, Mane sir was talking about their college is totally e-governance. They are not using the papers. Even that is also part of the SDG only. Initiatives and implementation of sustainable goals in the criteria 9.11, they talk about 10 marks. And all the outreach activities should be connected to the SDG only. Like this, you can count 123 points are out of 1,000. They are directly connected to the SDG only. This is how we can say the SDG NBA is interwoven with the SDG only, or they are all embedded in this SDG. Sir, the next one is sir, actually, I was interested to show some initiatives of what we did in our IMS. We have made the solar power harvesting. We are consuming almost 300 watts at night. Totally zero power utilized from the KPTCL or the Karnataka Power Corporation here. Totally, we are dependent on the solar energy at night. Surface rainwater was incorporated in our institution, and we are zero burning. All the green waste and the dry waste is made as a compost we have made. And every week we are practicing one day as a khadi day. Every Wednesday we wear, all students or faculty wearing the khadi day. And zero plastic campus. If you want to see these initiatives, how we have incorporated, you can visit our imsbschool.org. At the end, the green campus initiatives, we have made all the videos available in that particular this one. You can see those initiatives. This is how, even though we are not an engineering institute, we have incorporated all engineering SDG activities there. And to the last point, alone we can't do or we can do very little, but together we can do much. With this note, we have to thank Mani sir. Sir, the next slide is, yeah, I think Mane sir can remember. This is a one project Mane sir was guided in 2013. Energy generation by waste oil. It was sponsored by the Karnataka State Council for Science and Technology. See, in long back, way back in 2013, 12 years back only, the SDG was incorporated by us. Mane sir was part of this program. He was a guide for this program. Just I am showing this. I think you can recollect this. This is waste oil is used to generate. It is a waste oil removed from the engines of the bike and the cars that is used to generate the heat that is again used for some other purposes. This was the project. I think Manish sir is already part of this SDGs around 12 years back only. Before 2015 SDG, he did this in 2013 only. Thank you, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you for all the participants for patience listening. In spite of technical glitches, I think manager is able to do this. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for giving an opportunity for sharing my thoughts. I have not done anything. Only I have compiled here. That is my role here. I have not done any research out of this. Whatever is there available in NBE or whatever is there, that just I compiled it.
No, I think you should write a paper on this because this is the new thing, introduced in 2015. Now NBA with sustainability, that is a hot topic. What people are looking for. Good,
yes,
good.
Sir, yeah.
So
That
any participants have
comparison-
any queries, please, we request them, encourage them to ask questions. They can unmute also. Our next speaker, sir, I think has already joined. So any questions, please unmute yourself and ask.
Sir, you can stop sharing that. You can stop sharing.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yeah, if you have any queries, you please either drop a email or contact me any point of time. Even I am available at any point of time, you can send it. I think thanks to all the participants for patience listening and for your participation, also answering by in between some questions.
Thank you.
Sir, good evening. Can you just share your email ID again, sir? It was really a nice presentation, clear and crisp.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I will share it in the chat box now only.
Sure, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much, sir, for your enlightening session. And this is a small token. Thank you with gratitude and respect from Dr. D.Y. Patil Pratishthan College of Engineering. And we would love to hear again. It was very detailed content and very engrossing to listen you. Thank you so much, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you so much for nice introduction and the compliments. Thank you.
I think, madam, you have to make Dr. N. Nagesha as a co-guide. Sorry, sorry. Co-host.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'll do that.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay. Yes.
Thank you very much, sir. I think
Yes,
very
sir.
important.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Very important topic, and this will remain for another 10 years because SDGs are being taken up on a war footing.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Dr. N. Nagesha.
Yes, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Dr. Mane.
No, sir. Welcome, welcome, sir.
So 1 minute, we are giving the credentials to you. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, madam.
Yes, you are co-host now, sir. You can share your screen.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Veera, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
Yes, ma'am.
please proceed with the introduction.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. Shall we start, ma'am?
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you, ma'am. Good evening, everyone. I am Veera. It is my privilege to introduce and welcome our distinguished speaker, Dr. N. Nagesha, sir. He is a professor and chairman of the Department of Industrial and Production Engineering at UBDT College of Engineering, Davangere. Sir hold a PhD from IISc Bangalore, honored with the Best Research Thesis Award and the IEA Gold Medal. With over 123 research publications, a book, and multiple awards, Sir has guided several PhD scholars and delivered more than 100 invited talks His contribution as an educator, researcher, and administrator are truly remarkable. Now, with a great honor, I humbly invite you, Dr. N. Nagesha sir, to kindly take over the session and enlighten us with your knowledge and insight. Thank you.
Thank you, madam. So my screen is not getting shared. I think you have to stop sharing, I think.
Sir, shall I share?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
But I have my presentation on the desktop, so if I share, I can start.
Sir, I think I saw your email probably, right?
I have sent in advance because in case of any issues, it may help at that way. Sometimes sharing becomes a problem. So I'm not stop sharing.
Yeah, got it.
So this screen itself is opening. So if I give share, it is my desktop is not appearing.
But I'll share, sir. I'll share.
I have to get my desktop, first if that is my screen has to be shared, then I can.
No, you click that center one green arrow is there, sir.
Yeah, I'm opening that. When I open now, what you are having, your screen that is getting shared.
No, that when entire screen, you click entire screen and just share.
I have done entire screen only.
And now click share. Bottom there is a click share button.
Now again your.
How come? Oh, I was sharing, but
Yeah, that's what. So I think.
नहीं आपका ही है सर. I stopped sharing, na.
Yeah, that's what.
No, you can share, sir, now. I think now word bomb. I think your desktop is being shared, sir.
Is it shared? But I am not able to see here.
No, Zoom दिख रहा है.
Please start your PPT.
No, you can start your PPT, sir.
Yeah. I'll open my PPT then. I think then you will be able to.
Yeah, now PPT is visible, sir.
You are able to see, no?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Shall I go ahead now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
And I'd like to thank Nagesh, sir. Actually, he's my guide for PhD, and because of him, I'm sitting here. So very grateful to him. I'll request Nagesh sir to start.
Good evening to all the participants. I think it's a bit an odd time because it's already 7:45 or so. Hope that I am not troubling all of you. My topic, which is assigned to me, is on sustainable cities and communities. But since my research area happens to be in industrial energy consumption, so first half I will be talking about energy trilemma and the importance of sustainable development and sustainable development goals. And in the second half, possibly I will be discussing about sustainable cities and communities. So the agenda of presentation goes like this. We'll have a brief introduction. I would like to clearly distinguish between economic growth and economic development, and then certain basic definitions. And then what is sustainable development? You may be aware because many of the speakers have already spoken at length about various aspects of this. And then I'll introduce what is energy trilemma. And handling energy trilemma is an important aspect in sustainable development. And I also briefly discuss 17 dimensions of sustainable development goals. And sustainable cities and communities happens to be the 11th dimension. I'll stress a bit on that. And then I'll conclude. So first, let us get into the topic. All of us know we want economic growth, and we always see in the newspapers and all the country is going economically growing, and we talk in terms of economic growth. But what is actually required for a country is not just the economic growth. Along with that, it is economic development. So then, what is the difference? So when you have increase in volume of goods and services, increase in GDP, gross domestic product, gross national product, increase in per capita income, we say that the country is recording an increased economic growth. So increase in per capita income can happen. Suppose if richer become more richer, then also per capita income of the overall country improves. That does not mean that the poor are also getting. So real economic development is equitable distribution of wealth and income, satisfaction of basic human wants, that is food, cloth, and shelter, equal opportunities for all. So any country, we want economic growth, no doubt. Along with that, we would like to record economic development. Then sustainable development also is going to be easy to achieve. So coming to some basic definitions. So I'm audible?
Yes, sir. Clearly audible.
Okay. So some basic definitions we'll have. We know that sustainable development, UNIDO, defined it in simple terms as a development which meets the needs of the present without compromising future generations to meet their own needs. So it meets the needs of the present. Having said that, we should not exploit it to such an extent that our future generation will not have any resources and requirements for their consumption. So sustainable development is meeting the needs now and also allowing future generations to achieve their own development also. That is sustainable development. The other two important aspects of sustainable development are energy and environment. When we say energy, which is the lifeblood of modern economy, as every human being uses it in one form or the other each day, and energy lies at the core of modern industrial society. Basically, if you go from an engineering perspective, energy is the capacity to work. It may be different. It may be different forms like mechanical energy, electrical, chemical, nuclear, potential energy, kinetic energy, heat, light, and all that. Any work by a body, mind, or machine cannot be performed unless enough energy is available. But having said that, energy as an economic variable excludes human energy and includes all other form of energy. So in economics or in sustainable development, when we say energy, energy is external to the human beings. So environment, as all of us know, it comprises the biosphere, the thin skin on the earth's surface on which we all live, that life exists, and the atmosphere, the geosphere, and all the flora and fauna, that is aquatic fish life and life below the sea. All those things are part of environment. Now, question is, when we talk about sustainable development, there are three important dimensions or pillars of sustainable development. One is the economic dimension, second, the social dimension, and the third is the environmental dimension. In other words, when we say a sustainable development, a development which is economically sustainable, socially sustainable, and environmentally sustainable becomes a sustainable development. When it becomes economically sustainable, any development, when we have a decent profit, the company or the entity grows further, so we say that it is economically viable. So economic development, economic sustainable dimension is achieved there. Similarly, the operations of the company or the entity has to be socially sustainable. When it will be socially sustainable? When the entity or the organization reduces the gap between the haves and have-nots, then social dimension is achieved in a better way, that becomes sustainable. Suppose any business or any entity which creates larger gap, already gap exists between the haves and have-nots. If it is increased, then social sustainability is endangered. Then coming to the environmental sustainability. So when we use any entity, organization, anything, when we are indulging in production or activities, business activities, suppose if we endanger the environmental aspects, we make the environmental capacity to cross. That is, whatever is the limitation beyond that, if we cross, then environmental sustainability is challenged. So when we say sustainable development, all the three pillars, these dimensions have to be kept in mind and ensure that social sustainability, economic sustainability, and environmental sustainability is achieved simultaneously, not in bits and pieces. It has to be simultaneous. So let us understand the overall aspect or overall scenario in which we are doing all these things. All human activities around the globe, we can call that as production. When we say production essentially means producing need satisfying goods and services. So need satisfying goods and services are called products. In other words, production is producing products using natural resources and energy. When the goods are having tangible dimension, they become product. If they are intangible, they become services. A doctor's profession is a service, a teacher, a lawyer, all these are professions. They are indulging in services. And a physical product is produced by a company, a software is produced by a company, they are also producing. Now, entire human activity around the globe is just a production in that sense. So, this production is carried out, as I said, by resource system and raw energy resources and raw material resources. Both of them are used. So, this is to be consumed by the society. Society, in terms, pays for it. It pays rupees for goods and services it gets, and it has to, the production has to use labor and capital, for which the production will pay the rupees, that is currency. So overall, this energy environment system in the process of production, when raw material resources are used and energy resources are used, some material wastage and degraded energy to the environment happens. If this is well within the carrying limit of the environment, then sustainable production or sustainable development takes place. In case if we cross this material wastage and degraded energy capacity of the environment, if we cross that capacity, then we are endangering the sustainable development. So focus is on that. So KLME, that is capital, labor, material, energy, these are the resources. They have to be utilized in that framework. So we should not endanger the sustainability. Hopefully, I think this is the right setting with which we start. So now there is energy trilemma. What is energy trilemma? We have already, now we have come across in life dilemma, to do this or to do that, we are in a dilemma. But this is a trilemma where we need to use energy. That is, energy consumption has to be more to have increased economic growth and subsequently increased economic development. Energy is in fact synonymous. It's one of the development index. Use more energy, right or wrong. Presently, use more energy means you are a richer country. So energy consumption has to be more for economic development and growth. But when we use more energy, environmental impact is also more. When we have more environmental impact, sustainable development is low. That is, sustainable development is challenged. So if you increase one, there is danger for the other. If you increase sustainable development, more sustainable, then you have to use less energy or less environmental implication. So we are in a trilemma. We have to handle this, balance this in such a way that we have sustainable development goals also met, energy is also efficiently consumed, and environmental implications also, if not totally nil, at the minimum level. So the entire sustainable cities, whatever we have, some cities picture I have put, and the world is actually reeling under energy trilemma. Now let's look at some energy aspect. I said first half of my presentation will be on energy related aspect because that is important for achieving sustainable development. This graph shows how human beings have used primary energy sources from 1850, 60, 70, around steam engine came, then electric motors, gasoline engine, vacuum tube. These are all technology trajectory. If you look at this technology trajectory and how the energy has met these requirements, if you look at that, initially, of course, all of us know it was biomass. It was the only energy source. Then gradually, somewhere around 1870 or 1880, somewhere around that, coal started making impact, and coal is even now 2020, 2030 also, coal is still a significant source of energy, primary source of energy for us. Then oil became predominant, then gas, natural gas, then nuclear also is making contribution, and renewable energy of late, somewhere around somewhere around 2000 or earlier to that. So then it became important, and now it is, in fact, renewable energy is making big or significant contribution. In the years to come, we should have more renewable energy mix in our total primary energy consumption. This is how the energy scenario is. Now, when we use these earlier, whatever I have shown, like oil, coal, gas, this fossil fuels, biomass and these kinds of fossil fuels, they have energy related pollutions. As most of the participants may be aware here, because most of them are from engineering background, you have two varieties of pollution: global pollution and local pollution. So global pollution is predominantly in terms of greenhouse gas emission of carbon dioxide, methane, sulfur dioxide, and all halogens, ozone layer, and all these things. And then acid precipitation, acidification of lake, damaging agricultural crops, deterioration of building, and all these things is the harmful effect of acid precipitation. Stratospheric ozone depletion, all of us know there is ozone layer which is protecting us from the ultraviolet and infrared radiations. People and scientists claim that there is a small hole and all that, because of that causing skin cancer, eye damage, and all these things. Because of the global pollution, these greenhouse gas emission, acid precipitation, and ozone depletion are caused. So we need to reduce the global pollution. What are the local pollutions? Air pollution, suspended particulate matter, gaseous emissions like carbon monoxide, nitrous oxide, sulfur dioxide, all these things. Water pollution, industries, leave effluents to rivers, lakes, and all that. All of us, all those who are, living nearby industries, they are much well aware of what kind of pollutions water pollution can really cause, what kind of effects it can cause. Land pollution is also there, hazardous waste dumping, open land dumping, and fertility of land is affected, and surrounding areas and all that. Similarly, noise pollution, if you have power plant and all that, noise pollution is also there. Why I'm telling this is, when we need to have more energy, because increased economic growth and increased economic development demands energy. So more energy means more pollution, and these are the kinds of pollution which we have to limit if we have to really get the sustainable development. Now, of late, all of us know, wherever we are living, in whichever part of the country or whichever part of the world, on an average, global warming is last year and this year. If you compare, this year is more hotter than last year. This is everybody's feeling. Now, there is a graph which indicates how actually the global mean temperature is increasing. Important aspect here is this pink color somewhat is showing some 100 years. If you look at and then draw a mean line, the tan theta or slope of this line, that indicates how fast it is rising, is about 0.074 plus or minus 0.018 degrees per decade. So every decade we have 0.074 plus or minus some degrees centigrade. But if you look at only last 50 years, the slope is still higher. Tan theta is still higher, and it is 0.128 plus or minus 0.026 degree. So what does it indicate? It indicates that the global warming is happening, no doubt, and it is happening at an increasingly increasing rate. That is a dangerous sign for us, because negative effects of global warming is well documented, well researched. As you know, sea level is going to rise. Because of that, coastal settlements are going to will be endangered. And there are lots of difficulties associated with. So global warming you have to limit. So to limit that, this global mean temperature rise has to be stopped, or if not stopped, at least reduced and limited. Now, these are some of the effects of energy generation, and then bad effects of pollution and all that. Now, how we handle this trilemma? I told you energy trilemma exists. We need to use more energy for ensuring economic development and growth, and more energy means more negative environmental implications and more pollution. So we are in a trilemma. So how to minimize this? How to come out of this energy trilemma? So there are two options. One is supply side option and other is demand side option. This supply side option is generation one. Now, clean energy technology, renewable energy technology, these are some of the things at the supply side where energy is supplied, they can concentrate. Now, the utility companies and all that, they are related with this. Fuel switching options, clean to dirty fuel, clean versus dirty fuel. Dirty fuel is replaced with clean fuel, and then clean versus fossil fuel. Wherever possible, fossil fuel is to be replaced with clean fuel. These are options for supply side. And Bescom or our utility companies in Karnataka, they are also doing. So solar power plant they have installed in Pavgada in Tumkur. It's largest in second in Asia. So companies, generating companies, electricity supply companies, they are also aware. They have to limit the pollution effect. That is why they are also going green and doing these, are getting into these options. Some of the pictures show application of renewable energy, how CNG gas here, and then solar energy, and then these are application of renewable energy, solar panels, how it is installed, all of us know. And these are some, of course, of academic interest, like renewable energy through tidal means and all that. Is they cannot produce huge amount of energy, but wherever possible they can also reduce the load. And solar panels, of late solar panels are used everywhere in the agricultural field. They are used, and along with hybrid, even wind energy is assuming significance, especially where wind velocity is more. I live in a city called Davangere in central part of Karnataka. Here we have Chitradurga, and in Davangere district, wind velocity is quite good, and we have wind turbines also installed. Wind energy is there, and then solar energy is also there. So offshore and onshore, both varieties of uh, wind energy, wind turbines also are applicable and getting used also. These are some of the supply side options. Now demand side options, like we the users, we consume energy, and what we can do from our side. So from our side, and efficient end use technology. So you have star labeling. We use many gadgets of late, many energy driven gadgets. So energy efficient gadgets, if you use, will be doing an iota of service to the entire country or to the entire world, say to say. So then innovative pricing mechanism, that is changing demand pattern. No, normally during the evening night, lot of demand is there, and can we change some of the working of the companies, and it's on to especially the softwares and all, so that we can have demand pattern for energy, can it be changed? Time bound tariffs, these are some of the sites we can, companies can decide, and they can change their demand pattern, they can change for the utility. Then energy conservation and efficiency improvement. So we need to conserve energy wherever possible. No unnecessarily switching on the fan or light, those things which are, I think people from productivity council and all, they were speaking. I think energy conservation, they must have spoken, and efficiency improvement also wherever possible we need to do. And then increase carbon retained in biomass. So we have to go for preventing deforestation. Then we have to go for reforestation also where there is no forest, and afforestation. New areas we have to bring in and increase the carbon retained in the biomass. These are some of the measures from our side, that is user side, so that we can help in coming out of the energy trilemma. Now, having understood what is energy trilemma, what are its dangers, and how we can, the utility side and also from our user side, consumer side, how we can help it out to come out of the energy trilemma. Now we will get into sustainable development and sustainable development goals, which is what is assigned to me. So, sustainable development we have already defined, a development which meets the needs of the present without compromising future generations to meet their own needs. In other words, we are keeping our future generations also in mind. It is not that I am living, I should have all the facilities, I should have good economic condition. Whoever comes next, let them do whatever they want to do. No, not like that. I have to save, conserve. I should see that my future generations also are having the resources. That is the concept of sustainable development. So some 17 dimensions are identified. I think in this particular workshop in FDP, I think various people are covering, I think, most of these dimensions, as I could see in your scheduled timetable. Many of these topics were touched upon by different experts in the field. So eliminating poverty, erase hunger, establish good health and well-being, provide quality education. Previous speaker was talking about NBA and all this is providing quality education, that is dimension 4. Enforce gender equality, improve clean water and sanitation, that is for our sustainable cities, grow affordable and clean energy, create demand, create decent work and economic growth, a social dimension, increase industry innovation infrastructure, reduce inequality. And the topic assigned to me, that is mobilize sustainable cities and communities. I will speak much On that, I don't have much research work on that because my basic research is on industrial energy consumption, and Mane worked on transportation. So various forms of energy in industry, transportation, residence. This is my area of work. But at some MTech level, I have some projects related to sustainable cities because Davangere happens to be a smart city. I'll come to that later. So influence responsible consumption and production, organize climate action, develop life below water, that is aquatic life, and then advance life on land, guarantee peace, justice, and strong institutions, and finally build partnership for all these 16 goals. So I think almost it is a comprehensive list. If we have, if we do all these things, sustainable development will definitely be ensured. But as I repeat, three pillars of sustainable development are economic, social, and environmental. That's what we discuss in energy trilemma also. A development which is socially sustainable, economically sustainable, and environmentally sustainable is nothing but a sustainable development. So these 17 sustainable development goals, they have been, whatever I have listed, that is given in different form here. But if you look at this particular slide, here you can see that these sustainable development goals, 17 goals, they have been grouped into three pillars of sustainable development. That is social, economic, and environmental. So sustainable development goal number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 11, and 16. 11 is our sustainable cities. All these comes under social dimension. So socially sustainable development has to be achieved, then these goals must be concentrated. Economic 8, 9, and 10 comes under economic dimension, and environmental dimension 12, 13, 14, and 15. 17 is of course building partnership to achieve all these three social, economic, and environmental goals. So now let us come into the topic which is assigned to me, that is sustainable development 11th goal, SDG 11th. The main objective here is make cities and human settlements inclusive, safe, resilient, and sustainable. Of course, these things, jargons easily said than done. Cities have to be, human settlements have to be inclusive, safe also, resilient, and sustainable also. Final goal is sustainable. That is the objective. Now, why this is important? Why sustainable development goal? All goals are important, no doubt. I am stressing on 11th goal, which is sustainable cities and communities. Why it is important? I have some statistics to impress upon you that it is important. First one is 70% of the world will live in cities by 2050. We are in 2025. Another 25 years, almost 70% of the world population lives in cities. So countryside, village side, their population is going to be very nominal. And these cities generate 70% of the greenhouse gases, but occupy only 2% of the land. You can see how dense the distribution is. That is, maximum greenhouse gases are generated and spread in this 2% of the land. That is where most of the 70% of the life exists. So it is going to be a lopsided, it is heavily imbalanced. So the rural side and countryside will have 98% of the area, but only contributing to 30% of the greenhouse gas. So this is where we have to concentrate. Now, then what is a sustainable city? A sustainable city, as I already said, socially, environmentally, and economically. Enhances economic, social, and environmental well-being. If it is done in a city, then it is sustainable city. Efficient use of energy, water, and materials. I was talking about in the first or second slide overall production system, where water, material, energy, water is obtained, material is obtained from the earth only, and energy is also obtained there. So there is a carrying capacity beyond which we cannot degrade this water or material or energy and leave it to environment. So carrying capacity is crossed, sustainable development is challenged. So equitable access to housing, transport, jobs, and public places. In the first slide, I said economic development, economic growth. Economic growth will not ensure this. Equitable access to housing. That is only economic development which does. Economic growth is there. Top 10, 15, 20 rich people are there in a country. That country may have per capita income high, but that does not mean that it is economically growth is there. Economic growth is there, economic development is not ensured because equitable distribution is not there. So for sustainable development, equitable access to housing, transportation, jobs, as well as public places has to be there. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Is it making sense? No?
No, great.
Okay. So then let us come to pillars of sustainability. 3 pillars I already talked about. Economic vitality. Economic vitality means green jobs, clean technology, innovation. These 3 dimensions. And environmental, economic, environmental, and social. We keep on stressing these 3 dimensions in every aspect of sustainability. So all the sustainable development goals are also concentrating on these 3 dimensions only. Environmental protection, how it is possible through waste reduction, and then developing green infrastructure. Social cohesion, affordable housing, inclusivity, participatory planning. So India is a large country with 145 crore people. No, affordable housing is still, it's a challenge. So for a country like ours, all these things are very important. Sustainable development challenges are very high in a country like ours. Now, key features of sustainable cities. What are the key features? In a sustainable city, we will have mixed urban planning. That is, public transport is also there. People also have walkability. Now, of late, we all have become lazy. We don't walk only maybe for physical, and then for our yoga or walking is only for maintaining your physical time. But if your office or your workplace is near, if you go by walking, you can also reduce the economic burden, and also you can really contribute. So what is important is in mixed urban planning, walkability and public transport. So all these things are studied here and we present, but actually what do we practice it is a really challenge. Public transport, how many of us use? We all have more two-wheelers or four-wheelers and we use privately, and may be required or may not be required. Economically may be viable or not viable, but still we do it. And then renewable energy integration to energy consumption. We use lot of energy. Household energy we use. So there are schemes now. I'll come to those schemes later. Renewable energy can be integrated to, so many of the things are made now compulsory. So if you construct a new house, solar water heating is compulsory. Solar energy use is compulsory. Rainwater harvesting is compulsory. Such things. These are actually energy wise it is good, and then sustainable development which is good, and economically viable also. But even then, there is a lack of interest in that. So we have to increase such things. Advanced waste and water management, green infrastructures, that is parks, green belts, biospheres, all these things, key features of sustainable city. A city which, if it is sustainable, they have these dimensions. We have to really look into whether our cities are having this or how to improve this. Now, sustainable cities and communities, focus on India and world. Now, next couple of slides are some 5-6 slides. We'll be focusing on India and the world. Sustainable cities and communities, which are the good cities we have in India, which are the good cities in the world, what kinds of programs are run by the government and the UNIDO and other such agencies, and then what is their result, which we can see, what kind of impact they have. So let us look at those things. Now, creating sustainable urban environment is crucial for our world rapidly urbanizes, because our world is rapidly urbanizing. Let us explore India's unique challenges and innovative solutions alongside global best practices for building cities that work for people and planet. So first we'll look at India and then we'll also look at the world. So now urbanization surge in India. Now all of us, we know, we take our own lives, we are all from basically rural area. We have migrated for various reasons, for our education, then for our employment, and all that we have almost settled now in tier 1 city or tier 2 city, like that. So basically our route is in rural area. Most of us, participants, around 200 participants, if you ask most of them, they are having rural and humble background. So this is happening across different states in the country. So India stands at a crucial juncture in its urban development journey. while cities and economic growth and innovation, unplanned urbanization threatens both environmental sustainability and quality of life. I think there is a small repetition of this word. Ignore it. So this explosive growth presents both unprecedented challenges and unique opportunities. So whenever we have such problem, opportunities also is there and threat is also there. So we have to recognize where is our opportunity and how to go about it. Now, if you look at some statistics, how urbanization surge is recorded in India. Now, around 40% of our population, urban population, by 2030, our total population, around 40% will be residing in urban areas. We are talking about the world, 70% of that is in India. By 2030, around 40% will be in the urban area only. In 2001, it was about 28%. And then 6 million plus cities, now thickly populated cities, around 68 cities will be there by that time, nearly doubling from 35. Now it's somewhere around 35. Around 68 cities will be having million plus population, creating megacity with complex infrastructure needs. Now when your city grows, challenges of infrastructure is huge. Now 60% of India's GDP will be contributed by this, generated by urban areas making cities critical economic engines. Now, if you take Karnataka, participants from different states are there. Since I am from Karnataka, now Bangalore is the capital city, and maximum GDP is from 30 to 40% is from Bangalore only. The area is small, but that is contribution to state GDP is highest there. And this is true in many cases. Maybe in Maharashtra, if you take, Bombay may be contributing to a maximum extent. So all these things leads that India's urban explosion is by around 2030. We are not far away from that, another 5 years. This unprecedented urban growth will reshape India's economic and social landscape, demanding innovative approaches. So this urbanization surge, what are the facts associated with it and what challenges we have? India's cities are expanding faster than infrastructure can keep pace. So Bangalore is the best example. Bombay, all other big cities, those who are living or those who are visited, they know about it. In Bangalore, population is increasing, infrastructure is going at a rapid pace. Metro rail has come, but even then, the load is increasing constantly because infrastructure development is not keeping pace with that of expanding the city's population. The resulting congestion, pollution, and inequality threaten both human well-being as well as environmental sustainability. So our goal is to have sustainable cities. But if we do this way, or if it goes this way, sustainability is endangered. With over 360 million new urban residents expected by 2050, the pressure on housing, transportation, and essential service continues to mount. So these things are going to be very big challenges in emerging cities. Now let us look at the globe. We have looked at India. Now let us look at the globe. If you look at the global level, global urban population will be around 56%. Over half of the world's population now live in cities. Already this is. With this proportion is expected to reach 68% by 2050. That means urbanization is at a rapid pace. So rapid pace and challenges are going to be increasingly challenging things only. Whatever we provide a solution, the solution is going to be insufficient and new problems you are going to come up with. So global emissions also generated by urban areas, making city level action crucial for meeting climate change. 70% of global emissions will be from these urban areas. So concentration has to be on urban areas. How can we reduce pollution? How can we reduce these emissions? All these things, city center approach has to be there because it's not a big problem in rural setting or countryside. Now, sustainable development goal progress, that is also through cities only. Of sustainable development goal targets require local action, placing cities at the center of global development. So the sustainable development goals, whatever you have, those 17 goals, 65% of the contribution has to come from these kinds of cities only. So the battle for sustainable future will be won or lost in our cities. So that is where sustainable cities is important. Now let's look at some challenges of unplanned urbanization. Urbanization happens, we don't plan it, cities grow in population, people migrate from rural areas to urban areas, move towards cities. We are seeing day in and day out all these things. They pose many challenges. The unchecked population leads to environmental degradation, loss of agricultural land, economic inefficiency, longer commutes. Commuting time is very, even in Bangalore, big cities, you take people take 1 hour for even small distance travel, 2 hours, 3 hours they travel. Most of their daytime they spend in traveling rather than working. Infrastructural strain, inadequate housing, overburdened public transport, insufficient waste management. Waste disposal is a big challenge, big burden. We know that is a huge problem, and all cities are facing this. So in Kannada language, they say kasadinda rasa. That means it is in English, waste to energy or waste to some useful thing. That is the focus. We have recycling and various measures. Big cities collecting wastage, dumping it, or recycling it is a very, very big challenge. A considerable amount of research is going on, and we have to find sustainable solution for it. Then water scarcity and contamination. Water scarcity in all big cities we see. We don't have good drinking water supply, and water itself is not available. So nearby places, nearby cities, we have to get it, and common man do not have access to it. And because of that, contaminated water we get, it leads to disease and other things. So one leads to that, leads to the other problem. It is chain of problem related to, starting with the water supply issue. Then governance barriers. We have fragmented urban authority. Urban authorities now, if you look at Bangalore, Brahat Bangalore Nagarapalike was there. Now that is getting again divided. Whether should it be centralized or should it be decentralized? How to control? How to see that things are getting implemented, projects are getting implemented, and people ultimately, get the facilities. So for that, governance barriers, fragmented urban authority, limited municipal resources, low environmental awareness among people, skill gaps in urban planning. All these things must be seriously looked into. These interconnected challenges require holistic solution and address social and economic and other issues. So holistic perspective, not a piecemeal approach, because it is from overall perspective, social, economic, and environment. Now, India's, I was talking about the challenges and all. Now, let's look at, is that we should not paint, such a thing that, everything is challenge. People are also working, solutions are also devised, getting implemented. There are some positive signs also. Despite significant obstacles, India is implementing ambitious programs to transform its urban landscape. Government initiatives, international partnerships, and grassroots innovations are creating pathways to more sustainable cities. These efforts provide valuable models that can adopt and scaled across India's diverse and urban context. So that is the thing. Like India has got many programs. We'll have a few programs, and I'm not an expert in all these programs. I got it from literature. These are the programs running. But smart city mission, I'll talk about a bit, because in Davangere, the city where I live, smart city mission is around 100 cities. You may be aware. Most of you are aware. 100 cities worth 48,000 crores funding to develop core infrastructure and enhance quality of life through smart solutions. Smart city mission was started somewhere in 2015. Now in the state of Karnataka, Belgaum city and Davangere city, these are the two cities, tier 2 cities. They were selected for smart city mission in the first phase. Of course, later on now Bangalore, Shimoga, and many other cities are also included. So in Davangere, smart city project is implemented, and it's implemented well. Many awards are also there. So in our college we have an R&D center set up under smart city. I was dean infrastructure in the college, so I had the opportunity of interacting and writing the proposal for smart city project, R&D lab set up in our institution. It's a 4.5 crore project successfully implemented. In the city of Davangere, of course, lake renovation project was there, Kundwada Lake, that is renovated. And more importantly, the traffic management, it is in Bangalore and Tier 2 city in Davangere. CCTV camera is installed in all circles, and it is monitored from near the DC's office. There is a smart city office also. They monitor, the police department monitor this RTO and this police associated with traffic police. They monitor it from there. So we don't see too many policemen sitting or standing in traffic circles. They monitor it from there, and if anybody violates the traffic signal or anything, so they will be getting the fine bill to their house automatically, because they are monitoring, they are getting recorded. So these kind of smart solutions are also implemented. It is new for us because I have seen Davangere. I am living in Davangere from past 28 years. So when we entered the city of Davangere, there was not even a single traffic signal. Now traffic signal is there, and moreover, your movements are tracked, and it is through smart city, it is tracked and it is recorded. So it is a growing city, and smart city project, certain solutions are implemented. I hope that other smart city project solutions are also there in other cities where it is implemented. So it's a good, important initiative from government of Karnataka, and sorry, government of India, and also government of Karnataka is involved with smart city project. Similarly, climate smart framework, assessment system incentivizing climate responsive development across energy, water, mobility, and biodiversity dimension. These projects are also there. Replicable models, focusing on creating success stories that can be adopted and implemented in cities, of all sizes across India. Wherever there is success story, you take it and then replicate it. In research also, we do many replicative type of study. So what is done there will be replicated here with whatever fine tuning is required. So this kind of replication models are also there in India. Now, World Research Institute, WRI, is India's Sustainable Cities program. That program is also running. That it is in 3 dimensions: integrated planning, multimodal mobility, and capacity building. In integrated planning, combining transport, land use, and climate action strategies to maximize efficiency and minimize environmental impact. That is the goal. Enhancing intermodal connectivity while implementing policies to discourage private vehicle use in congested areas. See, to what extent we are succeeded, or to what extent we will succeed, is a challenge. As far as possible, at least in these kinds of private vehicles in congested areas, we should avoid. We should go for public transport. That is the goal here. Capacity building, that is training people, city officials, and stakeholders to incorporate sustainable transport principles to everyday decision making. See, I was talking about smart city project in Davangere. It is in Mysore also. So in Davangere, that cycle, and then having different stops where cycle can be deposited, and there is a specific type of lock, you can put it there, you can use it and go and park in another bank. That kind of thing is also there, but that has not took off well. It is not a successful thing, but that was also tried in Davangere. Then in UNIDO and UN Habitat SI IAP project, that is Sustainable Cities Integrated Approach, a pilot project. Here again, 3 dimensions: holistic planning, innovative pilot projects, then national alignment with various other programs. So holistic planning, sustainability frameworks tailored for these cities: Jaipur, Bhopal, and Mysore. These three cities is implemented. UNIDO's this project. Each city has got its own unique challenges. We can think globally, but we have to act locally, because each city has its own advantages, disadvantages, its own challenges. Similarly, innovative pilot projects, waste to energy project I was talking about. Many cities report this waste to energy projects, plants and sewage treatment facilities with methane capture, generating renewable energy while addressing waste challenges. And these kinds of projects also, we see many success stories we read in newspaper from many cities through these kinds of projects. Then national alignment, we know that our central government has got Swachh Bharat Mission, Smart City Project, and ATAL Mission for Urban Rejuvenation and Transformation. the sum and substance of this is these kinds of projects, the national alignment has to be there for these major cities, and projects taken under those things must contribute to societal development, and which is finally leading to sustainable development of cities. Now, smart solution I was talking about, I told you already, smart solution in Davangere, it was tried and it is successful. Smart cities mission is transforming urban infrastructure through technology-driven intervention that improve efficiency while reducing environmental impact. For energy also it is possible. And under this, I would like to stress on uh, Prime Minister's Saura Ghar Yojana. Now, as personally, I have installed it in my house. Sauragar Yojana, 3 kilowatt is my rating. So I have already installed it, is almost 1 year. And my electricity bill is zero. Many times I get from Bescom, from the utility to me, and of late, because of a little bit of rainy and cloudy season, I am paying hardly 70 rupees, 80 rupees, and all that. This kind of projects, Saura Ghar Yojana, is there and many people are implementing it. If it is implemented in cities, it is going to be environmental friendly. We will be saving on electrical bills, and also will be, serving the nation within our own small way. Renewable energy adoption in urban areas has grown by 37% since 2015. All these are success stories. Now, earlier solar panels, they were very costly and people were not investing on that. Now solar panels, even utility companies, as I said, our Karnataka Electricity Board, that is Vescom, these divisions, in for power generation itself, they are using in Pavagada. Utilities also, and at the customer level, from our side, we can install those projects. Hybrid projects are there. Many houses are installing hybrid. Even in Davanagere, I have seen houses which have both solar as well as wind. Hybrid kind of installations are also there. All these things are small initiatives, small contribution by individuals. But if it is done at a larger scale by every individual, we can really contribute towards sustainable development and sustainable development of cities. Okay. Next, coming to India's top green cities, which are leading by example. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Okay. Because I should not go on continuing, and if it is not received by the participants. Okay. Now, 3 cities are examples here. India's top green cities: Mysore, Chandigarh, and Bangalore. Incidentally, Mysore is where I am educated, and Bangalore is also where I did my PhD. 2 cities I have seen. Chandigarh I have visited once. So, not that there are other cities, the other cities are also there. They are also doing good. These are by leading by example in some dimension. Now, Mysore, if you look at 50% of the reduction in transportation sector emission through comprehensive green city initiative, electric bus fleet, cycle sharing program, pedestrian friendly zones. Mysore, I have seen, it's a old city, historical city. Roads are good, people are friendly, environment is good, cleanliness is maintained in Swachh Bharat mission and all. Many times it has stopped, and sometimes it is number 2 and all that. It is an example for how it can be sustainable. Having said that, Bangalore is not far away. It is called Golden City. It has many challenges. 30 to 40% of our Karnataka's population is there. All kinds of problems it has, but despite that, even now it is called Golden City. It's a technology hub. It is Silicon Valley of India, but it has got some active tree planting programs, advanced waste segregation, lake restoration project it is going on. So many sustainable initiatives are there, but it is overshadowed by the increase in population and challenges. So that does not mean that the city is not doing. City is doing its best, and hopefully in the years to come we'll be able to meet those requirements and it becomes much and more sustainable. Now, Chandigarh, all of us know it is a planned city. Now, Amaravati is also a planned city. Chandigarh was earlier a very planned city, 50% green cover maintained despite development pressure. Highest trees per hectare in India. Chandigarh has got that record. Stringent preservation policies, urban forest corridor. I have visited Chandigarh once. Beautiful circles, transportation is good, houses are very planned, traffic is very smooth. Many of the issues, problems associated with modern cities challenges, most of them are absent there. So it is really an example for how the cities can be sustainable. So these pioneering cities demonstrate that sustainable urban development is not only possible in the Indian context, but can thrive when backed by political will and community engagement. So I'll come to this later. Political will has to be there, community engagement is very, very important. Government has to be there, government has to support, and people have to participate. If people do not take this forward, no sustainable initiative in any city cannot go further. Now, global cities, let's have a brief look on global cities. Global level also, many cities are doing wonderfully well in terms of sustainable development. Cities worldwide are implementing innovative solutions to similar urban challenges. Sorry for that repetition. These global examples offer valuable insights that can be adopted to India's context also. International collaboration enables sharing of best practices and technologies across borders, because what is implemented in the other country, we can think of replicating here. Of course, our conditions could be different, but wherever possible, whatever possible, we can do. Now, in that sense, this is Global Environmental Facility (GEF). They have a sustainable cities program. They have implemented in 90 plus cities around the world. Around 34 countries around the world, they have implemented 90 plus cities, and around $480 million are invested as direct grant in this project. So what is the notable success? Not that all projects are successful totally. Always projects will have success rate depending on participation by people and the solution offered and problems at hand. So this is Recife, that is Brazil's capital, innovator water cleaning gardens. That kind of concept picture is shown here. It has picked up very well there. And then in Paraguay, Asuncia's 600-kilometer cycling. Next picture will show that 600-kilometer connected bicycle network is there and people are using it. And then in Kigali, that is in Rwanda, urban wetland restoration program is very, very successful. These are notable success stories of those 90 cities. So the Global Environmental Facility Program demonstrates how targeted international support can catalyze and integrated urban planning can be, this low carbon emission can be achieved. So at the national level, we have spoken about some programs, success stories, and that is happening at the international level also. This is the Asuncia's cycle project. Investment in cycling infrastructure deliver multiple benefits: improved public health, reduced emissions, decreased congestion, and enhanced quality of life. So all of us, we know we have cycled, it is good, but of late we are not doing it. So this project which was implemented there has increased cycling trips by 63% while reducing transport related carbon emission by 42,000 tons annually in that particular city. So we need to do this in cities, because in the years to come, if we keep on adding our vehicular traffic like this, we have made a mess out of this. In Bangalore and all, we see everybody has two-wheelers, two-wheeler population is highest. Everybody has four-wheelers, one or two. There is no parking place. So all these things, even to just say commute, say 4 or 5 kilometers in a car, you take more time than walking. So finally it is easy to walk or cycle. So that kind of a situation, traffic congestion is leading to, because we are not looking totally as a sustainable development, or we are not solving the problem from a holistic perspective. We want to have comfort, we have car, we use it. Only one person may be driving the car. How much of space he utilizes is really going to be questionable in future. So all these things looks very maybe trivial, but of late it is not trivial. In the times to come, these are going to be really the challenges. It is not that you have a car. If you have a car, you have to have so much of space you need to buy or something like that, because many people do not have parking place for the cars. If you park them on roads, then there is no place to drive. So these are real issues we are facing day by day or day to day, and we are not focusing enough attention on it. So similarly, World Resource Institute Ross Center for Sustainable Cities is another project. There, the three dimensions: global leadership, shaping cities that work for people, nature, and climate through research-backed initiatives in around 175 plus cities across 60 countries, this project. Then comprehensible programs advancing equitable, resilient transportation and urban development through policy reform, technical assistance, and capacity building. Measurable impact we have seen in Beijing, that is low carbon emission in China. Low carbon zone implemented with WRI support saves 43 lives, $37 million annually in the health costs and productivity gains. So we see day in and out in newspapers, Delhi congestion is there, CNG versus pollution level has increased. From the Punjab, that during agricultural period now that burning takes place or pollution is high. All these things leading to health related bad effects. All these things need a holistic look, whether it is from health point of view, transportation point of view, or housing point of view, or economic point of view. Things must be from a holistic perspective. Then only our cities can be sustainable. We are growing with taking one dimension into account. That is not going to solve the problem. WRA's integrated approach demonstrates how evidence-based interventions can transform urban areas into healthier and more efficient and more equitable spaces. So the sum and substance of these stories is that it is possible to have solution, concentrated effort from government, from public participation, and targeted effort must be there. Then we can realize solution. If not complete solution, moving towards the complete solution. So these are some innovative technologies, I think, stressed earlier: climate technology innovation, and then participatory designs, and then smart monitoring. I talked about smart monitoring. In Singapore, it is said in smart monitoring is done even in our country in smart cities and all. These innovations demonstrate how technology, policy, and community engagement can engage and make our cities sustainable. So far we have talked about cities and cities. Sustainable cities and communities was the topic to me. Communities is rural side. We should somehow prevent these rural population getting migrated towards city. If it is not completely possible, at least if we make the people living in the countryside happy and they have good housing, good affordable internet and all such things, then they don't move it at all. If you provide employment there, if you have economic requirement met, then they don't move. They move because of getting food, cloth, and shelter. Those are the basic things. If they don't have, then only they are moving towards cities. Not that all those who are living in cities are happy. Many of them would like to go back to their rural settlement if their economic requirement is met. So these are some stories in rural side in India. Auroville is a Tamil Nadu based small rural area where renewable energy and organic farming is wonderfully done. Well, I am from a place called Shringeri, and there is a nearby small village called Siremane, where complete energy, there are some around 10-15 houses. Those houses are completely, there is a waterfall. In the waterfall, the turbine is installed and they generate electricity and they supply for that 40 houses or 10-15 houses, not even 40 houses. 10-15 houses, they are on their own small decentralized electricity. These kinds of rural settings, renewable energy, organic farming can really serve a great deal for the entire country. Similarly, Hiware Bazaar in Maharashtra, watershed revival, income rises from 830 rupees to 30,000 rupees per family. This is the story. Then Konoma in Nagaland in our northeast, wildlife conservation, economic ecotourism is promoted there, resulting in good fruitful results. Then Piplan tree in Rajasthan, 111 trees per girl child. So tree plantation is at there because it is Rajasthan, obviously focus is on that. Gender plus ecology, both of them, they have given good results. Then Bhaguar in Madhya Pradesh, biogas is there in Karnataka also in many rural settlement. Biogas, they have their cattle and all that. So they have their own biogas plants. Their cooking energy is met by biogas. Then literacy rate, that is also getting improved in these kinds of projects there. Then rainwater harvesting. So these are all possible in rural settlements, countryside. So similarly, ethical tourism in Himalaya, Binsar, and empower locals and preserve culture, their own culture. If you preserve, reduce urban migration. So all these things, if you do implement successfully, then people in the rural settlement, rural areas, countryside, they don't really move to urban centers. So this migration also indirectly we can stop and give them a very good life, and sustainable development will definitely improve. I am coming almost towards the end. So now what is the way forward? We have understood that basically if you start energy trilemma is there, energy consumption is increasing because economic growth has to be there, economic development has to be there. More energy means sustainable development is challenged, and cities are also facing more because more cities, more population is more energy requirement. More energy requirement means sustainable development is challenged. So what is the way forward? Transforming India's urban trajectory requires coordinated action across multiple sectors and stakeholders. Strategic investments today will shape urban outcomes for generations to come. So, urbanization is happening at a very rapid pace. Statistics prove that. I have presented it earlier. Now, if you look at those statistics and keep quiet, our cities will not be sustainable. So we have to make our cities sustainable. Then we have to have urban trajectory, our transforming our urban trajectory with coordinated efforts. That is required. So the path forward must balance immediate needs with long-term sustainability, leveraging both traditional wisdom and cutting-edge innovation. Technological innovations are required, smart solutions have to be provided, and traditional wisdom is also to be used because each city has its own unique problems and its own strength as well as its own weakness. What we call SWOT analysis: strength, weakness, opportunity, threat for each city. Because in the smart city project, those kinds of SWOT analysis were asked and they were presented. So for each country, separate situation is different, challenges are different. For each city, again the problems are different, challenges are different, advantages and their strength is different. So we need to recognize that then it cannot be one kind of standard solution for all the cities. So it is global thinking, local acting. So think globally, act locally. Solutions will be tailor made for those particular cities. So it involves, those solutions should involve reducing slums, improving housing, sanitation, mobility, transportation. Mobility is transportation, investing in green spaces and climate resilience, inclusive governance and data-driven planning. So these are the things which we have to do. So key strategies for us in the years to come: integrated planning, coordinated transport and land use planning to reduce sprawl, minimize emissions and create more livable communities. Strategic partnerships we should have. Most of the projects are PPP mode, private public participation with the government. So those kinds of strategic partnerships have to be there. And governance reforms, building capacity and reforming systems for more coordinated and effective city management. Managing city in corporations, people must be have capacity building must be there because challenges are new. This is not the old cities kind of planning and managing a city. Challenges are different. Traffic management, no policing, that is your home department, challenges of home department of different, cyber crimes, that is increasing. So different challenges are there in different walks of life. So smart cities must look at all these perspectives, and we should have capacity building at those institutions also. Though managing institutions, there must be sufficient capacity. For conventional police stations and cyber police stations, they are totally different. So people who are well versed with computers, computer literacy is a must. Regular policemen may not have that. So that is a different challenge there in law and order. So likewise in cities which are growing in population, challenges are coming from different areas. So vision ahead, what we can do in future. Sustainable cities are a shared responsibility. So all cities which we want to make it sustainable, it's a shared responsibility. It is everybody's job. So often we say that everybody's job is nobody's job. That should not happen. It is everybody's job. Government has to be there, people participation, managing the institution, government institutions, academic institutions, everybody should participate. collaboration among government, industry, academia, and citizens. This is definitely required. If these things participation is not there, we will not have sustainable cities at all. Vision should be creating cities that our future generation will be proud of. Our goal should be to create cities that our future generations must be proud of. I started with saying that a sustainable development is a development which meets the needs of the present without compromising future generations to meet their own needs. So future generations not only meeting the requirement, they must be proud of. That kind of cities we should develop. That should be our vision. So, having said all these things, what you and me can do it. So, all these things are fine. No, projects are fine. Things are happening. What we can do as an individual, you and me, the participants, you and me, what we can do? We can practice sustainable living in our day-to-day life. How much of recycling thing we do? How much of energy we waste? How much of energy we conserve? It could be in energy, it could be in water, any so to the extent possible, we have to practice sustainable living. Small contributions from individuals will make it big. Everybody thinks that I am a small one, I am micro, what I can do, I cannot contribute, then it will not happen. Each individual at his own or her own level have to practice sustainable living. Participation in local planning and green initiatives. What are all the green initiatives taken by the local administration and all that? We should actively participate, we should promote, and we should try to contribute for local planning and green initiatives. Then advocate for inclusive and resilient infrastructure. Infrastructure, we should not become a burden. We should try to improve infrastructure and contribute towards that. And we should not become a burden for that. Then embrace digital and community-led solutions. Many digital solutions are there. Many digital currency, all these things. Of course, most of us, we are doing it already. And community-led solution, we should participate. These are small iota of contributions we can make, and we can serve our state or our city basically, and then our state, and then our country, and then globe or global level at large. So to conclude, what I have spoken for last almost an hour, India's rapid urbanization presents both enormous challenge and unprecedented opportunity for sustainable innovation. Success requires balancing immediate development needs with long-term environmental sustainability. Global partnership combined with local leadership and traditional wisdom are key to create resilient, equitable, and urban future. So this is what we can conclude based on the presentation. So finally, I would like to say together we can transform our cities into engines of prosperity, health, and climate. The word together is very important. It is not one man show. Every one of us, each one of us, we are living in cities must contribute for sustainable development of cities. So who are the stakeholders? Engineers and designers, philosophers, social scientists, policymakers, consumers, and citizens at large. All of us, we have to huddle in a cricket match. No, we have seen huddling 11 players. They huddle and then they make some decision and try to implement. Same way it must happen at the sustainable city level also to make the cities sustainable. So that's all. Thank you very much. I think I have taken 1 hour 15 minutes or so. To what extent I have reached to the audience, I don't know. So that can only be realized by some questions. I don't know, it's late in the evening. How many of you are really present? How many of
No, sir. Wonderful comments, sir. People are written wonderful session, sir. It is a need of the hour. As teachers, how we can help our students understand the importance of SDGs and give them skills they need to tackle the global challenges. I think a lot of thumbs up I am seeing. Excellent presentation, sir. You have put a lot of efforts, time and efforts compiling this presentation. I am really, sometimes I feel sorry that I ask people to spend a lot of time in making the presentation.
No issues. It is my privilege. In fact, I thank you personally and your management, Divai Patil College of Engineering, for providing me a platform where I could share nationally whatever is my thinking. I, in fact, apologize, but I could not give much time because I was busy with some other university work, question paper, and things like that. I had to travel and all that. As from last 3-4 days, I concentrated on this. I could have done much more if I had more time. But anyway, I have put effort, and if it has reached the audience and if it has contributed little, I will be happy.
No, lot of positive responses, sir. So many people are really appreciated. I think continuously. So
if any question is there, I am more than willing to answer.
Audience, any questions, feel free to ask. I think one thing I have observed here, people are too good. They don't even ask questions, and even students don't ask questions in classrooms. That is for the last 4 years I'm seeing, watching here.
Yeah.
So
It is late in the evening, so it is too much to expect that people participate and then no.
No, over 150 people attended, sir.
Very good.
All point of time, and I think we should appreciate their patience.
Yeah, that's that, because we also participated in such programs. It is very difficult. They must have completed work in the office, and then they have taken out time to attend this. It is really appreciable. I thank all of them for their patient hearing and whatever they could get from this presentation. If it reaches 1%, I am more than happy.
No, you have stirred the hornet's nest. So people now are into the pondering mode. I'm very sure people are getting inspired, sir. The way you compiled the entire presentation and you structured it, I think even I enjoyed it thoroughly. I'm very happy that I could attend to 1.5 hour session and listen to you. It is a very pleasure to listen to learned people. Actually, it gives immense joy, I feel. So
It's my pleasure. I told I thank the opportunity given to me, and I'm more than happy if I have delivered the goods.
Yes, thank you
so much,
Thank
sir.
you so much, sir. Actually, my sir has disabled me to share the screen, so I have shared you in the chat. Thank you and gratitude, and thank you so much for the wonderful session and lot of information we received.
Okay.
So I'll message you that on WhatsApp also. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay. Thank you, madam.
Okay, participants, thank you very much. Thank you, sir. I think.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, all of you. DY
Thank you,
Patil
all of you.
College and all the associated Shivani who are all there. Associated, you have done a wonderful job.
Thank you.
I thank each one of you and each of the participants. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Good night, sir. Good night.
Good
Thank
night.
you, sir. Good night.